Welcome my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, to the top, baby. We're going to bring others with us. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the situation that is going on and that is going down. I was like, okay, we got Kanye West. He's going to be running for president. We don't know if he's actually doing this for attention or if he's actually serious, or does he want to see how the people are going to respond to him announcing that allegedly or he is running for president. So we'll see what happens with that situation. We don't know if he actually filed the legit paperwork, but I guess we shall see someday. I guess we shall see soon if that's actually going to be the case. And if that is the case, are any of you guys going to vote for Kanye West? Would you guys go down there to the voting place and vote for him? What's going on? I'm just like, I guess Kanye West is like, you know what? What's going on? I want to run this country. I want to take care. I want to take over. And so a lot of people question like, oh my God, you know, Kim Kardashian is going to be the first lady. That's going to be a situation and a problem. I don't know. It is what it is. What do you guys think about Kim Kardashian being first lady and Kanye West actually, you know, running for president? And will he get elected? Will you vote for him? Do him and Kim got all that power or not? So you guys tell me what you think about that situation. And then we also have Tokyo Vanity. We have her situation. You know, her boyfriend finally speaks out today. I caught a little bit of it, but we're also going to listen to her breakup video, like, you know, letting us know what's going on with her. So that's the situation. Then we got Joe Budden and Vlad TV. You know, Vlad TV was out here. He did an interview with Adam or No Jump or whatever the case is. And it seems like Vlad TV was, you know, he was talking a whole lot of ish. It seemed like Vlad TV was feeling a certain type of way, feel like he was feeling himself, and basically, I guess he was telling his truth and what he thought the situation is, and he was flexing. He got protection out here in these streets. I was like, Lord have mercy, help us. And then, getting back to that situation, what is also is just like Joe Budden's actually, you know, taking up for AugustAlsina and actually calling JadaPinkett the villain. And then we have more from Joe Budden's podcast, basically, you know, saying that AugustAlsina is out here looking for attention. AugustAlsina want to be seen. AugustAlsina wants this. AugustAlsina want that. Basically, just, you know, calling More was just really calling out AugustAlsina. Basically saying he's looking for attention. He got played. He shouldn't be out here crying. He's doing too much. He's trying to sell his album, trying to sell his record. And why is he out here running his mouth? Like, he basically saying AugustAlsina is weak out here in these streets, and Joe actually defending AugustAlsina, even though they had a little situation go on, because Joe was saying that AugustAlsina is messy because he's telling his sex life and his business out here in these streets. So I was just like, So you guys tell me what you think about that situation. Hey, what's up, Crazy LB? So we're going to talk about that situation too as well. And then also, you know, Vlad TV and Joe Budden's going back and forth in the situation with Crooked Eye, the situation with Ransom and Slaughter. It was like a whole lot going on, but I can't even imagine Kanye West being president. I can't even imagine that situation going down. So we're going to get into the topics. And so you guys call in and tell me what you think about the situation or what's on your mind about the situation. And also talk about the black protesters or foundational black Americans out here in Georgia basically demanding that they take down them Confederate statues and everything else that goes along with it. So I was like, you guys, please tell me what you think. Call in and let me know. So let's get into this situation. Let's talk about our girl, Tokyo Vanity. So we're going to get into her first. We're just going to go down the list or whatever. And you guys feel free to chime in. Feel free to call in. Feel free, you know, to let me know what you think. If you already heard the topics, you already know the topics. Gina, Kim K, First Lady. I know, baby. Hey, Norris, Tony, what's going on with you? What's good with you? So we're going to get it. So first we're going to talk about, you know, Tokyo Vanity and her situation. So, you know, she broke up with her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend. His name is BCY, something like that. So I keep forgetting his name. Lord have mercy, help me. His name is BCJ. So BCJ and Tokyo Vanity, were dating. They were going out. I did a previous video about the situation, but as of this point, they are separated, and that situation is over. But Tokyo Vanity had to speak on the situation because people was coming at her and saying things, and basically she had to set the record straight. So she spoke on the situation too as well. And we have her ex-boyfriend. He speaks up on the situation, but he said some things like, oh, you just want attention, you just want people to feel sorry for you. That's what he said last week. But today he was saying a different story when he was on Instagram Live. So let's get to what Tokyo Vanity said.
Hey guys, I just want to come on here and I'm not real big on putting the internet in my business of what's going on with me, but I just wanted to come on here and let everybody know that I'm single, I'm hurt, I'm healing, and I'm human, and I never want to come on here and say that because it's not y'all business, but it kind of make it hard for me to heal when everything he do, everything that's going on, y'all send it to my DMs, I see the shit, I read the shit, and I just want to let y'all know, I know y'all be thinking y'all helping me or y'all putting me on game, but believe me, if you seen it, I seen it. I'm a real bitch. I'm gonna be real with you. I see everything. So just thank y'all for supporting me, and if you support me, support my healing process, and please stop.
So there she goes. So basically she wanted people to stop sending her information about her man, her ex-man, because allegedly he was cut out here in these streets, and maybe he have cheated on, Tokyo Vanity, or he did something that just ain't right. And so therefore she had to close the door on him, and he didn't like that she actually posted this video. So he responded last week basically saying you did that for sympathy, you just wanted some attention, and all that other good stuff that he had to say about the situation. And so he was negative towards it, and basically he was thinking that, basically saying and insinuating that Tokyo Vanity basically wanted to have people come at him, and she just wants sympathy, and she believes this and that. So that had died down, and we talked about that on this channel too as well. And then it went to another situation where he was live today. So he was live today on Instagram, and basically, his Instagram is closed, it's private and everything else like that. And so he was being asked question about Tokyo Vanity, and basically he was apologizing, saying that he was sorry for what he did, and he said he still got love for her. He didn't say what he did or how he did it. He just basically was saying that, he got love for her. They were supposed to be friends, and he cared for her, and she will always be special to him. And he was being very respectful because the comments was coming at him, eating him up. When I say I did not know Tokyo Vanity had fans like the way she had. Her fans was up in there strong. I mean, eating him alive, baby, eating him alive. And he was just like, I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm sorry you feel that way. He was saying sorry. He was apologetic. Maybe we caught him at a good moment, you know what I mean? So he was showing that southern hospitality, and he was showing that he got manners and respect or whatever. But he was getting red for filth, and the ladies was coming at him, and he was just saying that he's sorry too as well, and he didn't want things to end up the way they are. He almost sounded like he wanted some of that good back, because allegedly he might be Tokyo Vanity's first person that she actually had intercourse with, or whatever the case may be. So he was but it just seemed like he done did wrong. And basically he's saying that she's believing other people out here in these streets. I don't believe that Tokyo Vanity is just gonna believe what somebody tells her, what somebody sends to her. She's actually gonna do her research and her investigation, because she got feelings for you, and she put things on the line for him. So therefore her coming to the decision that she doesn't want to be with him anymore is probably only because of his action and his indiscretions and what he had did. So therefore she just just basically washing her hands of him. I feel you. She ain't even trying to hear that at all, and she's trying to get over the situation, and she just wants some support out there. But he was out here crying, baby, and then he was very apologetic with the situation. I was like, he messed up a good thing. He messed up a good thing. So He did do her wrong. So he was out here, but it seems like he does have a little bit. He was raised with some values and some respect and some decency, because he didn't go ham. Maybe he have went ham plenty of times, and maybe I just caught him on a good day. But he seems like, he was raised with some values. But he was out here copping please, baby. Hey, Brandy, what's going on? He was out here copping please in the situation, and I believe he knows that he's wrong, and it's just a done deal on that situation. It is what it is. I was like, So now let's get to this situation. Let's talk about the AugustAlsina situation. So, AugustAlsina, basically, he came out here to let us know that he let Will Smith, he let JadaPinkett Smith know. Basically, they got a courtesy phone call before he took himself onto, his platform with Angela Yee, and basically spilled the beans and everything else like that. So, basically, he said he gave them the heads up. And a lot of people are torn between the situation, because they believe maybe, he's a clout chaser. He's searching for fame, and he wants, his album to sell, and he wants his documentary to sell. He's out here trying to get money. He's trying to eat. He's just a clout chaser. And that's what Maul is saying about AugustAlsina. Joe's on a different page, basically saying this boy has issues and have problems. The last thing he needs for you, like a woman like Jada, to mess with him. Same thing that I've been saying, that he's not mentally strong enough or stable. And if you get into a conversation with him back at that time when they first met, whenever they was dating, she's an older woman. She's very knowledgeable. So is Will Smith. So they could see the signs and the trigger in AugustAlsina. So he might not be a good choice, to bring into your marriage, because he's filled with confusion. He's filled with hate, with hurt, and he's also filled with disappointment and abandonment, and also, being molested too as well, and substance abuse. So you might just want to mentor him and make sure his career go and keep it that way. But you can't mother him and let him, touch on the breast. You can't let him do that. Hey, what's up, Libra? What's going on? So anyways, we kind of agree on that situation. But, Jada basically came out here and also said that, she's going to bring herself to the red table talk, or talk about the situation, because there have been some things that need to be addressed. So everyone's waiting patiently to see what JadaPinkett Smith is going to say. I don't believe that she's going to say that, they actually had a relationship. And I don't believe that she's going to say anything like he sat down and got, confirmation from Will Smith. That's not something, if it did happen or if it didn't happen. If it did happen, I guarantee she's not going to say that, because that's really opening up the doors and the gates for everything else, for hell to break open for the Smiths' reputation. So we'll see how JadaPinkett Smith actually addressed this situation. And I know she has to address the situation, because everybody's been talking about it. And now it's going on a week, and there's all types of discussions and situations about whether you believe JadaPinkett Smith was wrong, or was she right, or did he even have sex with her? Because some people are believing that AugustAlsina did not even have sex with Jada. It was just a mental situation, And so we'll see how all that pans out and how all that works out, because I guess we'll get a chance to see what Jada's gonna say. But it would be nice if Jada was say what she said at the red table, and she have Will Smith there too, addressing the situation, because we know about the rumors, we know about the situation where they're married, but they are just life partners. And Jada's been out here doing, her thing or whatever, allegedly with AugustAlsina. A lot of people are saying that Jada don't really respect Will, because she talked about Tupac. Everybody else is important to her than Will Smith. So it's a whole bunch of situations going on, and there's a whole lot of new movies coming out too as well. And also Joe Budden's compared JadaPinkett Smith to the role that she played Ronnie on Minister Society when I think she was dating Kane. Was it Kane that she was dating? Kang and they compared her to her, like, see, in that movie Minister Society, she was with a man, then she got with a young man, and she turned him out and slept with him, and now trying to get him to move to Atlanta with her. So he was saying Panel and things like that. So basically that was kind of making fun of the situation too as well. And Joe Buttons did call JadaPinkett and Will Smith predators. He called them both predators. And, Maul didn't agree with Will being a predator or Jada being a predator. He just believed that AugustAlsina is out here clout chasing. And you know, Joe Budden gave the same example that I gave before on one of my previous videos. It's no different than a man choosing a woman that got daddy issues, that's been molested, that has been, you know, abused, neglected, and then a man comes in and he sweeps her up on her feet because he knows how vulnerable she is and what she's been through and what he can do, you know, to sugarcoat things and make her seem like it's a fairy tale. And then at the end of the day, she wakes up and she is in hell, baby. So, you know, we agreed on that situation. So who do you guys think is, you think August is wrong for speaking up? Do you think he's wrong for talking about the situation? But in the turn of events, Joe Budden is basically saying that Augustalsina is messy. When he called him messy the week before last, is because like the shit that he has done, as far as he had a picture or art picture, and it looked like it looked like Jade, and basically it was like messages going back and forth between each other, but it was make believe, and him always alluding to the relationship with Jada. And basically that's just messy because, you know, it's just messy, period. If you're bothered, if you're in this relationship and you're doing a do, you're not supposed to be telling your business. And they said, when, you know, AugustAlsina, he tweeted as well saying that drama makes him make him nauseous. It was like, drama make you nauseous, and then let me talk about Will and Jada. Like, come on. Like, you're looking for the drama. So how do you guys feel about that situation? I was just like, Mo was not playing. Do you guys think AugustAlsina is clout chasing? And is he trying to get his record sales up too as well, and also his documentary up too as well? So is he clout chasing? Or does he just want to speak his truth on a situation? Speaking his truth and his album coming out at the same time, it just happens that way. Like, what's going on? So you guys tell me, you know, what you think about that situation. I was just like, Lord, AugustAlsina is out here doing it, baby. Joe just for a topic. He's trying to sell. But they definitely smashed. They were spiritually married legally. I see what you're saying, because now they're trying to say that they didn't smash, and people are also saying, oh, AugustAlsina can go back and say, I didn't say that we actually had sex. You know, I didn't say that, so he can backtrack or whatever the case may be. So, you know, we have that situation. People saying, well, they wasn't even having sex. Like, I believe they smash. Yeah, I feel you, Brandy, about that situation too. So that's what we have with that. So I was just like, okay, I don't know. It's one of them situations where I guess we just got to see how JadaPinkett can address the situation and see how, you know, how she addresses it, what she talks about it, if she's going to send subliminals too as well. We'll see if this is going to make or break anybody's situation, but it is what it is. Don't do in the dark that you don't want to come to light. Shit. Whatever I do in the Zork, I don't want it to come to light, but it's just like he wants to tell his story, and then you're part of that story. But hey, I don't want you to tell a story about me. I want you to keep that on the low. But because, you know, nobody will be happy if their man and their woman was out here talking about their sexual, you know, episodes and things that they were doing. You don't want the world to know. You don't want your mama, your sister, your kids, and your stuff to know about the situation. And, you know, basically you have to choose wise decisions of who you actually going to, you know, be intimate with. And some people are saying that AugustAlsina is actually speaking his truth about the situation, because he was sinning and he was lying and he was lusting after JadaPinkett Smith, and he's a Christian now. So it's just all that situation going on. And then moving on, so you guys tell me what you think about that. So I believe that too. So I was like, okay, go ahead, August. So we're going to see whatever JadaPinkett says, is it going to affect him, and is he going to speak on it too as well, because he addressed Joe Budden's, when Joe Budden's calling him messy. He has addressed people, you know, on Twitter that basically came after him because of the interview and spoke his mind. So hopefully when Jada, you know, gets to the red table, you know, he got something to say too as well. Like, he don't go quiet, because then we don't know what's going on with the situation. And so what do you guys think about Vlad TV and and Joe Buttons and the beef going. It's not a beef going on with them, but basically they are talking about, you know, things that happened in the past. Some people believe that Vlad TV is a culture vulture and he has set people up and he's a liar. And people believe that, you know, he set like Arab up, he set some rappers up, you know, getting them to talk and say all this other stuff that basically either put them behind bars. And Vlad TV was on No Jump, and basically he was saying, he was talking real, to me, I think Vlad was talking real spicy about the situation with Joe Buttons, because as you guys know, Joe Buttons and Vlad TV have been going back and forth for a whole lot of years, at least 10 years and change. And so Vlad went on to No Jump, and basically Vlad, you know, was talking first. So basically he goes, you know, I don't know what's going on with the situation, but basically he's just basically saying Joe is upset with me and he's mad at me just because, you know, I embarrassed him a couple of times. You know, I had him look bad out here in these streets because I posted stories and videos about people that's involved with Slaughterhouse, aka, you know, Crooked Eye and shit like that. So Vlad was basically saying, so he's mad because he got embarrassed. I embarrassed him, you know, when it came to the situation with Ransom, the rapper Ransom. And so it was just a whole lot going on with that situation. So I was just like, Lord have mercy. Vlad is out here just talking all types of shit. So basically he's saying that, yo, we do the same job and all this other stuff, and he doesn't understand. Well, he said he does understand what's going on with Joe, why Joe is upset because, you know, he tried to tell academics, tell Joe, I said what's up, it was cool, and he wants to, you know, be friends with him. And when academics told Joe Buttons that situation, Joe Buttons told, you know, Mr. Vlad, hey, listen, keep the same energy. So then Vlad goes into a story talking about Joe Buttons talk about keep the same energy and shit like that. Why when I see him at the club and, you know, Joe Buttons, you know, was scared and shit like that. So I was like, what? So he's going in. So right here, Vlad says that, you know, he was at Club Privilege, but, you know, Joe Buttons get the name. And so Vlad said he was standing outside with Mason, and he was with Mason. He was with Mason or whatever, you know, rapper Mason, activist, you know. So he was outside with Mason. He was outside with a dude that actually physically, you know, choked a man to death with his bare hands. And Vlad said he was out here chilling with his people in front of this Club Privilege. And then Joe Buttons got out the car, walked by him, looked around, and then he just bounced. And he was like, he's saying Joe said to keep the same energy. Joe be talking about that he was going to mess me up on his podcast. I'm going to F this dude up. But yeah, when he see me, he ain't got nothing to say. So he was like, so it's funny when people say keep the same energy, all they do is get mad, you know, get on Slaughterhouse, you know, Slaughterhouse make a record and diss me, or they get on their podcast and talk all this craziness about me. So it seems like Vlad was talking shit, in my opinion, you know, even though it's his story, but he was talking shit. So basically he's saying that Joe Buttons just stood up in the car. And he didn't come inside the strip club and this happened about, he said it happened 6 months ago. Then he said it happened 9 months ago. And this is a recent story that Joe Buttons didn't want to get out and confront him or say nothing. Joe just took off. And Joe Buttons basically was like, what are you talking about? He was like, yo, I pulled up to the strip club. I was with my boy. I was looking around because I was looking at the situation, peeping out the situation, see, was it a good night for me to go in a strip club? And he was like, I'm glad I didn't go in because if Mason is out there and you're out there, then that means it's a whack night. So therefore Joe said he took off. But what do you guys think about that situation? You do think that he did not want that smoke? Joe did not want that smoke. So I guess Joe didn't want the smoke too as well. But Joe says that he never seen, you know, Vlad out there. Vlad says that he seen Joe. He said he know Joe seen him because if you parked right in front of the club, I'm standing right in front of them two doors that you see right there in front of Privilege, that he seen me. He walked past me. He goes, I know he seen me. And Joe said that did not happen. He was like, I chilled outside the club for a little bit. I was contemplating whether I should go in the club or not. And then so he realized that he didn't want to go in the club. So you think Joe is lying about that situation? You think he's seen Vlad? Because a lot of people saying that, oh yeah, you definitely seen him, because they're saying that, you know, he ran from Offset, Plies ain't a third. They saying basically Joe hasn't addressed, you know, Gilly the Kid, because Gilly the Kid was dissing Joe and talking hella smack, and Joe never really responded. It just seems like Joe has went on to where he don't want to beef with other people. I don't know what it is, because you know Joe would be running his mouth. And so basically Joe was like, nah, I didn't see you that night. He was like, yo, why are you telling people that you had dinner with Crooked I? And here's rapper Crooked I right here. He was like, so you friends with Crooked I, Vlad, who cares you friends with him? I don't give a damn. We got to find out you had lunch with him and you called him. Because basically the situation went down with Crooked I end up getting shot somewhere at a party or a video somewhere. Vlad had the footage. And Crooked I basically called Vlad and said, Vlad, can you take down that footage for me? And Vlad said no. And so then Slaughterhouse, they got on a record, and then they end up dissing, Vlad. And so, basically Joe saying it was wrong for what you did. His mother could see that. People could see that. And basically he's just calling out Vlad that Vlad is basically, making money off the culture, and he's making money off of beef where people got hurt. And, situation had went down. And then also, situation with Joe Buttons and Ransom. Ransom is a rapper from New Jersey. They had beef or whatever the case may be. And Vlad ended up getting to that beef because Joe did an interview years ago with Vlad before he realized who he was. And then Joe and Ransom got into it because Joe was talking smack or whatever the case may be. And Vlad called up Ransom. Ransom came through. Then, Ransom was disrespecting Tahiri, talking all types of mess. And Vlad was facilitating that, giving, Ransom that platform. Joe Buttons didn't tell, wanted to find out where Ransom was because he's disrespecting him. And plus, you got to remember, this was the wild Joe. This was the Joe that was on, all the stuff that he's been on. But I think he's clean now. But if you ask, what's his name? Troy Ave would tell you that he doesn't think, Joe Buttons is clean or whatever. But anyways, back to the story, baby. So, Joe Buttons went over there to Ransom's crib, his neighborhood, and basically wanted to smoke or whatever the case may be. There was shots fired and everything else like that. And so Ransom, went back to Vlad, talked about the situation. And then, Ransom went over there. And he went to, Joe Button's friend's house. His name is D. And smacked him in the face and smacked him on the porch. And then he went back and gave the footage to Vlad. Vlad put it up. And then shit went down between Ransom and Joe. And Ransom ended up going to jail behind the shit that Vlad has something to do with it. So that was a problem. That was a situation. So Joe was peeping, what he was doing. And Joe said that, Vlad TV, Vlad took advantage of him when he was young and he was dumb and he didn't know what was going on. So he made money off of Ransom beef and off of Joe beef when these dudes really knew each other, each other, where they was both from, because they was living in Jersey. And it almost got to that part where it could have been a murder beef or whatever. Ransom went to jail behind, them going back and forth, because the beef was going back and forth. And at that time, especially early 2000, DVD beef videos and everything else like that, with your chain getting snatched and all that other crazy stuff. So basically, Joe Buttons is calling out, Vlad as being an instigator, an antagonist, and basically a low down dirty person, and basically made money off of Joe Buttons. And the Ransom situation, the Crooked I situation, wasn't apologetic. He wanted what he wanted and he got it. And Vlad TV said, yes, I did a whole lot of effed up stuff to make money, to get clicks and views. And if you was beefing with somebody, I brought their mother, their sister, their uncle, their cousin, everybody on. He was like, it was all fair game. And so basically Joe said, you a snake, and then you sue people, because Vlad ended up suing Rick Ross because, Vlad TV went after Rick Ross when it comes to exposing Rick Ross, situation of being a correctional officer, interviewed people, had pictures, and then he ended up talking to the real Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky Ross, and that situation. So therefore Vlad kind of like started that whole big shit when it came to, everybody coming after Rick Ross because he was a correctional officer, he's a fake gangster, he's a wankster, and Rick Ross was beefing with 50 Cent too at the time. So therefore, Vlad TV had all the interviews with a Freeway Ricky exposing or talking about Rick Ross situation, and interviews he did with Rick Ross people. So Rick Ross ends up catching this dude at the Zone Awards. Let me see if I can find it. So Rick Ross catches Vlad TV, catches him because Rick Ross was just really hot at that time, and that could really, mess up your career. So Vlad, he filed a lawsuit for like $4 million or whatever, because he had 2 lawsuits, and so he filed it against Rick Ross because Vlad TV claimed that Rick Ross people, beat him up and roughed him up at the Zone Awards. And so basically Vlad TV basically got caught out there because he was posting all these things about Rick Ross and his situation and what was going on. And Rick Ross people didn't appreciate it. So allegedly, when they was both at this award show, Zone Awards show, Vlad TV ended up getting a beat down, and so he sued Def Jam, and this is what Joe Buttons was talking about, that he sued Def Jam, and he ended up getting a pretty penny. And Joe said basically, like, dude, like, you're terrible, you're an awful person. How you gonna instigate a whole situation, start that beef, and expose all that stuff about Rick Ross and mess with his career and everything else like that, and then make all that money off of it? Now he catches up to you, and now you sue him. And so, so basically Joe saying you sue people when you antagonize them, when you poke them and you provoke them. And then on top of that, you make money and then you sue an individual. So you guys tell me what you think about that situation. I was like, Lord have mercy. Joe was going in like, yo, this dude ain't no good. He did this. I was like, okay. So Joe was feeling a certain type of way, but he didn't go ham or anything else like, we normally know Joe to go ham. He didn't go ham at all. He probably got paid too. culture appropriation. So, so Joe was talking about that situation, basically saying, I peeped out your character. The reason why I never did business with you, because you played me, you used me, and Ransom ended up getting arrested behind the situation that we had going on. Joe said he even was on, the internet acting stupid, but Vlad provoked and antagonized that situation so bad. He said, then you're gonna put my buddy getting shot, on video like that. Like, people got to view it and stuff like that. So basically Joe is saying, this is the reason why I don't mess with you. This is the reason why I would never mess with you. I seen your character. You have your character is ugly. Your character is just low down, dirty, or whatever the case may be, because Vlad was basically saying like, yo, me, Jump, we get along. Vlad was like, yo, we're in the same business. We do the same thing. So why can't we make money together? We can easily make a cool million together. So basically Vlad was talking about, we can make money, Joe. It doesn't have to be like this. I was just like, Lord have mercy. So you have that situation, and he was like, it is what it is. And Vlad bragged about that he's always protected, he always got security. So if you got security and you protect, and you got a man that strangles somebody with his bare hands or whatever, you want him to come out and go at you? Like, does that make any sense? Like, if he's chilling with one and him and his boy, it ain't that serious for him to attack. But basically, Vlad is responding because Joe always said he's gonna keep the same energy, but when he see me, he didn't keep the same energy. So we got that situation. So you guys tell me what you think about it. But it seems like Vlad wants to make up and we can make money together. He don't care. He said, one thing I don't like about what Joe Budden said about me, he said that Vlad TV ain't making money. He said Vlad TV has jumped up in numbers and he's making money and he's doing real good. So don't put out no fugazi shit on me. I was like, Vlad was talking shit. Vlad was talking very reckless. He was talking like he had the FBI and the CIA helping him. He was talking very, very reckless. So you guys tell me what you think about that situation. And so Joe basically responded like, you are no good. I'll never mess with you. I'll never speak to you. You got no morals. You got no value. You got no nothing. Joe scared of the white man. Lord have mercy. Crazy LB. Okay, so we got that. I was like, damn, Joe, you still going to the strip club? Joe has been going to the strip club since the 90s. He still stayed in the strip club. I guess he still get turned on at the strip club. I have no idea, but Joe still be at the strip club, Lord. And he is very proud of it all day and every day. And so, what do you guys think about the Kanye situation? Would you guys vote for Kanye West? Do you want Kanye West to be your next president? Do you think Kanye West has what it takes to be your president? I can answer that for you. The answer is hell mother effing no. So, I was like, yo, this dude, Kanye West, he is going to be running for president. We don't know if he's actually filed, papers, to actually run for president, but the deadline has not been, it's not out the picture. It's still open. So he still has time to add himself as a independent candidate. So the deadline for adding yourself as an independent candidate, has not passed yet. So he can actually add himself as an independent candidate. He still have time. So I wonder if he filed the papers, or he registered or did whatever he needed to do that, or did he just go on Twitter and say it? So what do you guys think about the situation? Is Kanye West serious? Is he having another breakdown? What's going on? Do you think Kanye West got what it takes to be president? Would you want Kanye West to be your president? The answer for me is hell, no. That's my answer. No. But if you had to pick a rapper or a producer or a singer to be president, who would you pick? I couldn't imagine Kanye as president. He would have a nervous breakdown every time you turn around. He wouldn't be able to deal with situations. He will always misspeak, but he'll be just like Trump, I guess. He'll be nervous. He'll be intimidated. Every time he has a conversation with somebody, he'll change his whole opinion and his whole thought, where he would never get down to a final decision at all, point blank, period. Yes, the answer is hell no. It don't matter who's president. They are all puppets under control. So it is what it is. I was like, Lord have mercy. I couldn't even imagine it or picture it. Kanye West, the president. Maybe if he still had the mindset from the Graduation album, or did all that lack of empathy and love for black people and not recognizing that he is black anymore because things has changed a lot, or was that always inside of him? Did it something that happened after his mother died? Was it to change his mind about different things, or was it the money and the people that he around? Because it seems like the people that really help him build up, who he is, and invested in him too as well, so he can become, that entertainer and also that fashion designer and selling the Yeezys and things like that, and having all that land in Wyoming. When he showed the video of him meeting up with these people, and he looked like a puppet. So you're absolutely right about being a puppet, Barbara. Absolutely right. But oh Lord, they got a lot of people that will vote. Can they pay people off? Who knows? So yes, Kanye West, I just wouldn't. Oh my God, could you imagine? Like, have one of his fits, going to one of his rages, or thinks things should be this way, because he really doesn't have. It's like his mind has disappeared a long time ago. Like his brain has been replaced and rebuilt with different things and different foundation, where the self of Kanye West is not evident. But maybe him doing music with his father, I don't know if that's going to help his situation, because his father wasn't in his life and his mother ended up passing away, and now he's back in his father's life. Would his father have any influence? And we don't even know what his father thinks either. So even though any way that it goes, Kanye West should never be president. He should never be considered to be president. He should never run for president, and he shouldn't be doing this shit for attention too as well. And if he wins president, it is what it is, because a lot of people said Trump wasn't going to be president. All the comedians, top comedians, and just journalists and people like that talked about the situation. That could never happen. That's impossible. And guess what? Donald Trump is our president. So it is what it is. Hey, what's up? What's going on, Chef Disaster? What's going on, Williams? What's going on, Wilson? Monique. Oh, my loves. Why you talking? I didn't even talk about Monique tonight. You brought up Monique. I guess you feeling a certain way about Monique. Go ahead. Tell it like it is, baby. It's all good. So that's the situation. Whether you think that, I don't know if any of you guys will ever vote for him, if it's actually going to come to fruition, if his name is actually going to even be on the ballot, is he actually going to have a campaign? Elon Musk, whatever his name is, He's putting his, support behind Kanye West, but it all could be a joke just to sell merchandise and to sell something because everybody is selling something. So it is what it is. Okay, so yeah, we talked about that situation. Who else did I think I got everybody. And we're going to talk about let's see. All right. The black people coming together, and basically they want to, or foundational black Americans and ADOS coming together and want to remove some Confederate words, statues that is at Stone Mountain in Georgia. They went out there and actually told, letting people know they did a little speech. They had a speech going on.
Black power.
Black love, black love. Back it up.
So you have people come together. Stone Mountain Park in Georgia, and basically very peaceful, and they gave a few speeches too as well. So you have that situation. A lot of people were, speaking on the situation too as well. I believe it happened on 4th of July too as well. They went to the national park and Stone Mountain, Georgia earlier, and basically, talked about, how they feel about the statue and it being removed because of what it stands for too as well. What do you guys think about that situation? Then we have So there you have it, my peeps, my peoples. What do you guys think about that situation? Hey Sky, how you doing? What's going on? What's going on with you? She's obsessed with Oprah Libra. I did a lot of videos when Monique first came out with all that stuff. That was crazy. So you guys tell me what you think on the situation. We went through all the topics. If anybody want to call in and give your word on the situation, let me know. We got the Joe Budden situation, Joe Budden, then Vlad. Joe Budden's actually calling, AugustAlsina messy, but actually defended him too as well, saying that he wasn't mentally ready for the situation either. And you have Maul basically saying that AugustAlsina is a clout chaser and he's just trying to sell his album. He's trying to sell his documentary. He's just looking for clout. And what do you guys think about, Kanye West actually trying to put his name in there for running for president? Do you believe it's true? He's doing this for attention. And is he really going to file the paperwork, or has he already filed the paperwork? And then we seen Tokyo Vanity basically announce her breakup, and her boyfriend basically talking about it too as well. You guys tell me what you think about the situation, because baby, it's a whole lot going on. Vlad TV. Vlad was out here swinging, baby. And I was just like, Joe took it light and he took it easy. He was kind of like laughing at Vlad, basically bringing up old situations, saying Joe was scared to get out the car at the strip club. And, basically calling Vlad out about, once you talk about that situation, what happened between you and Rick Ross. So you have so much going on with that. I was just like, damn. And I remember when all that information came out about Rick Ross, and that was like really, that was one of them situations where you don't even know if he was going to survive that situation. But as we know, Rick Ross has survived that situation of him being a correctional officer. Oh, and I also wanted to say happy belated birthday to Crazy LB. Yes, sir. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from. Turn me down in the back, sweetheart. How you doing, Crazy LB? What's going on?
I'm blessed. I can't complain. I just wanted to. Well, I don't have a lot to say because I haven't been keeping up. But I do have something to say with the August Alsina thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm just with you. It's like a double sword with August because you want to believe him as somebody who's been through situations like that. You want to believe him, but it's like, dude, every time you come out with these claims, you got some type of alternative motive. Like you want to sell something, you want to push something, like you have something coming out, you want to talk about it. If you have something to say, damn it, we've been in quarantine for damn near 6 months now, sir. Like you ain't had nothing to say until you had to sell something. Like that's why I don't really believe him, because even like when he came out before with the whole thing and we were saying that he got mental health this and mental health that, but it's like, all right, if you really and truly have a story to tell your story. Stop having an agenda. Stop having record deals that you want to come sell and all this stuff. And you just being real disrespectful at this point, because I feel like even if she was to give you some of her blessings and her nookie, like, boy, go sit your young ass down. If you tasted this good milk, chocolate milk, like, you are breaching some kind of NDA at this point. I know they got NDAs all over this fucking world, and he the only one who's talking. The only one who's talking. This is a lust at this point. You are lusting over Jada, and you need to get over it. Like, we all got problems, boy. You've been dumped. We all been dumped. You need to move on. Even if you had the nookie. Let's just say he had the nookie, okay? Okay, you got the nookie. At this point, it's over. The relationship is over. We got the good tea. You got some good milk. Got some good titties. Like, go ahead on, sir. Just go ahead on at this point.
He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. August, I say ain't going nowhere. That's why it's very important to know who you're messing with and make sure you analyze and evaluate their mental health before you get into a relationship, because it's never going to end well.
It really ain't.
Never.
He is just into it because, like I said, even though, let's just say he did just get some feelings out of Jada. Sir, it's over. Whatever feelings, nookie, relationship, it's over. It's been years. Since 2005, sir.
It's not that. He wants her to admit that he had the relationship because he don't like to be denied. He wants her, at this point, he said he didn't care. But I think he wants her to admit that they had something. I think he wants her to omit to the shit. And if you ain't gonna omit, I'm gonna talk and talk and talk and talk.
That's what I'm saying. You can't have it both ways, because in the same breath, you're saying you don't want no trouble, you don't want no drama, you don't want this, you don't want that. But yet, hey, Jada, remember when we were sexing and loving and like, sir, excuse me, sir, if you're going to talk about you, talk about you. Why are you including me into your mess, sir? That's what I'm saying. Like, even if you got mental health, or even if you're trying to get her to acknowledge some type of relationship that you guys have, you're still going about it the wrong way. And then you telling everybody that Will gave you his blessings, really? If Will Smith did not come out when that white man was gyrating to his daughter talking about, yeah, whip it. If he didn't have any comment to say about that white man, he damn sure ain't giving you his blessings to say, yeah, go ahead, sir, and give my wife your wood. Like, I don't understand where this is going, August. Like, this is 2005 since he's been saying this. Doug, like, we're in 2020. Even if you're trying to get her to acknowledge you, you're still going about it the wrong way. You done wrote her a letter. You done wrote her a song. You done wrote her on your arm. You got her all tatted up and down your body. Like, sir, just go ahead and get your little therapy on and forget about it.
It ain't got. He wants her to omit, number one, and this is why when you are older and you want to get into a relationship with someone younger that's ill experienced at what you got to give and what you can give, and you know that he is inexperienced, but then you know that he suffers from all these different issues. And then you mothering him, and then the next minute you sleeping with him, it's not going to end well.
Yeah, that's definitely all types of mixed signals. And like you said, you can't 1 minute, lay on my breast, I'll cuddle you, hear my heartbeat, and in the same moment, we rolling around in the sheets. Like, you're fucking a man up. You already got mental problem. He had drug problem. Like, August is just all over the place. Go ahead.
August, I'm telling you one thing. August is selling music, baby.
Unbeknownst of Jada's name. And that's what I'm saying. If you got something to say, we've been in quarantine for 6 months now, brother. 6 months. You waited until you had our album to bring out and then want to come on fuck shit Angela Yee to tell your story? Like, come on, Dad. Like, that's what I'm saying. This shit been going on since 2005. At this point,
they left him. They left him behind. They left him behind. He said that he lost money. He said he lost deals. He lost friends. He lost a lot. He almost lost his life with Jada. And so, therefore, they should have gave him a goodbye present. That goodbye present would be like another record deal. Will could do it. Will could get on a song with him. Will just got on a song with Homeboy from Worcester. You know what I mean? Like, he got left empty. He got thrown out.
I'm quite sure he got paid the first 2-time go around. Like I said, this has been going on since 2005. I'm quite sure they did pay him off. That's how come he did get some of them albums out. But at this point, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're going about it the wrong way. Even like if you still trying to get paid and you still trying to get clout off of their name, you still going about it the wrong way. You still being disrespectful, no matter how you're looking at it at this point. Because we want to believe you. Trust me, I've been here and I want somebody to believe me every time I say something. We want to believe you. But it's just that every time you come out with these stories about Jada, you have something pushing. You have an album, a single, a movie, a documentary. You got another baby. You got mental health. Like, Doug, that's what I'm saying. You all over the place. You need to focus on either getting Jada back, focus on your mental health, focus on your music, like, you need to focus on something other than Jada. Like, it's not adding up. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, I want to believe August because I got mental health. I'm with the mental health shit. Like, I hear you, August, but in the same breath, you still being disrespectful, sir. Like, you still have to look at it from both sides, regardless of how you're feeling at this point. You can't keep going on people's platforms and telling this woman's business.
Okay, what about this? What about this question? So say you, for instance, right? Say you was in a relationship with somebody that relationship really like was distraught to you, and basically whatever happened in that relationship could save so many different people because you thought that you was going to lose yourself, and say people want to speak to you about the situation. Do you talk about that relationship or do you say no? When you felt like it's your truth.
You don't.
So you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it.
Not on a public platform, no. That's like me coming to your platform and talking about one of my exes that probably ain't even thinking about me. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm still hurt about that relationship that happened and how it went down. You see what I'm saying? It's still disrespectful. Look, no comment. Me and Jada, whatever relationship, interference, music deal, whatever we had, I love her. I'm always going to have love for her. And that's just that. You just keep it plain and simple.
But he said, hold on. He said that he had to speak on the situation because it was killing him inside. And he said that he had to tell his truth because everybody thought that he was a troublemaker. He tried to break up Will and JadaPinkett relationship. And also, you know, he had to save himself and speak the truth because it was killing him inside.
Okay. Again, go talk to a therapist, sir. You're on a public platform disrespecting this lady. And I'm quite sure when Jada reached the red table talk, that bitch don't even be asking the right questions when she got people on her red table talk. Do you really and honestly think Jada gonna talk about her goddamn stuff on the goddamn red table talk? Let's be real. And y'all want her to really admit that she fucked this little boy? Because August probably was damn near 18, not even a good 21. Because I believe he just turned 30.
But do you think this is she made a wrong decision by sleeping with him?
Regardless, I'm not saying she did or didn't. Whatever.
So you don't. So did you think the outcome that's going on now with AugustAlsina? Do you think that it was a wrong decision to choose him to be a part of her marriage? If that's true.
If allegedly, if that's true, that was definitely a wrong decision, and I'm quite sure she's reaping the seed that she's sown from this damn headache that she's going through right now. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I keep bringing that point up, because every time you need to express yourself or you have something to say, like you have an agenda, you have a book, you have a documentary, you have a music. Like, if you have something to say, genuinely have something to say, you're going to say it, regardless if you're on somebody's public platform or you're in therapy. My whole thing is, don't just keep saying we had this type of relationship, because everybody's going to insinuate, speculate, and assume. You see what I'm saying? So, that's what I'm saying. Even if you have something to say, look, me and Jada, whatever relationship we had, I'm going to always love Jada no matter what. And just keep that shit pushing. That show your maturity, and that might make her want to come back to you. But you out here spilling all the beans. Oh, I got love. I broke her in the song. I got her name tattooed on my butt. Like, Doug, sir, TMI. Like, say some of that shit.
Do you think Will is upset? That's the second question. With this, what's going on?
I don't think Will really have emotions anymore. To be honest with you, I don't think Will has any type of emotions anymore. I think he just lived his life just, on the whatever. I don't think he talks about, if you listen to Will when he started that red table talk with them, like, he doesn't have a valid opinion to me when it comes to his family. Like, he lost the ball somewhere when Jada was in the bathroom crying. All them months and years that Jada was depressed, he was gone too, because I think, they all had to take care of Jada, because that's why Willa looked like Jaden and Jaden looked like Willa. Like, it's really confusing in that whole fucking family. For real. There's some shit going on in the Smith house we don't know about. And them closets, I'm telling you, the backyard, the closet, the attic, the basement, some shit is full of skeletons, man. I'm telling you.
What do you think about Jaden introducing Jada to his friend AugustAlsina, and then what transpired? Do you sleep with your friends? Do you sleep with your son's friend?
Your friend's mother? With your friend's mother? No, I don't sleep with my friend's mother nor father. No, man, I don't.
Do you sleep with your kids? Do you sleep with your kids' friends?
No, man.
They come over. Hey, what's up? Oh, what's good? Oh, you look good, baby.
I'm all the way to the left. I introduce myself and I exit straight to the left. I don't mingle. I don't bring tea, lemonade. I don't bring none of that shit. Girl, get your friends their own shit, girl. Well, my daughter got her company. I exit stage left. I do not interact with my daughter friends at all. It's a boundary you have to set. That's what I'm saying. Regardless of what type of relationship, it has to be some type of boundary.
So did Jada cross the boundary with AugustAlsina, with her family?
No, August crossed the goddamn boundary out here telling all the goddamn tea, lemonade.
Before
coffee.
the tea, just sleeping with him. Did she cross boundaries sleeping with her son's friend?
Allegedly, if that's what she did, yes. If she allegedly slept with this young man, yes. She crossed all the boundaries, morally, spiritually, financially, yes, she did. She crossed every boundary there was in marriage life, in moral life, in spiritual life. Yes, ma'am, she did. If she allegedly had any type touchy feeling with this man, kissing here in the dark there, because that's true what they say, man. I agree with you when you made that statement. What you do in the dark comes to light. That's why when you have sex in the dark, what you have in it 9 months later, your ass is pregnant. Shit comes to light. Stop having sex in the dark. Period. I don't know. Yes, I allegedly, if she had any type of touchy feeling relationship with this young man, yes.
But is she morally wrong if her husband, if it's true and he consented that AugustAlsina and Jada can have a relationship?
Well, no, because if it's an open relationship, allegedly, like they're saying, number one, August done reached the damn ND a long time ago, since 2005. But like I said, allegedly, if it was an open relationship and Will did, give him the blessing, Doug, you still being disrespectful because we allowed you to come into our relationship, Doug. Like, that's what I don't understand. It's over, regardless how you're feeling at this point. The relationship is over, regardless. If it was touchy feeling, if it was, we all been through it. It's a terrible heartbreak, especially if you love and truly heartache love this individual and you can't live without them. And I think that's probably what happened. And he broke down and started, really doing hard drugs, fucking around with that white girl.
Okay, there's a question in the chat. She was like his role model, his therapist, and then she screwed him.
Who was?
JadaPinkett Smith was like AugustAlsina therapist, and motherly figure, and then she had sex with him. That's what they're saying. So where they do that at?
That's what we just said. Yep. That's what we just said.
Jada put that thing on August. Lord have mercy.
That's what we saying. She effed up. If that's what she was supposed, okay. If she went in, because they go in like you said. Jaden brought him over. Hi, this is my friend August. He's doing music. Dad, can you help him out? Whatever. And if Jada was supposed to be the mother figure, of course, she's supposed to be mother, counselor. She that friend. That's why I don't be friends with my kids. It's got to be a boundary. We're friends, but look, I can still whoop your little ass. But it's boundary. Even though we raise kids to be somewhat of our friends, but there's always boundary. If Jada was supposed to be this young man's counselor, protector, coach, in doing his accolades to become a artist, she did. She effed him up. If that's what happened, she effed him up. There's no ifs, ands, about around the situation, because number one, you are the adult in the situation, no matter what. We gonna hold you responsible because you are. Oh yes, because she's older than him. No matter what, you are the adult in the situation. You know right and wrong. When he started touching and feeling on you and you started seeing the admiration in his motherfucking eyes and his lust, sir, blow the whistle, you know, stranger danger, stop, don't move, don't touch, you know, like, you have to start putting walls and shit up. No, this is not what we're here for. We're here to do counseling work, coaching work, like, and then you start bringing people into the room, because at this point you should be feeling some type of way and uncomfortable as an adult, and this lust is going on between you and this young man. You need to start having people in the room with both of y'all, so ain't no lustation going on. But yes, I totally agree. Allegedly, if this what Jada did as, you know, the adult in the relationship, she was definitely wrong for that. But at the same token, Doug, it's been 2005. It's my thing at this point. Let's get over the hurt, because apparently, you know, like you said, we all hurt. You still hurt, but if you have a truth, a genuine truth to say, I need to get this off of my chest, you will go find a therapist. You're not going to come on nobody's platform and just start going in, yeah, we did this and we did not do this. Like I said, it's a lot of people, thousands and thousands of people listen to Angela Yee. We all assume, we all insinuate, we all, you know, did you or did you not, like, just give us the truth. He's not going to do that. Jada ain't going to do that. And 20 years, 10 years, 2 years later, we still going to not know what happened between them.
All I know is we better pray for AugustAlsina, because whatever messages or things that Jada sent towards AugustAlsina way, I don't know if he will be able to deal with it, because his interview, he was very shaky. You know, and it seems like he's still going through a whole lot of issues. He's trying to get there. He's making his way through. He's trying to pierce through all the things that are going on with him. But I think I don't know what Jada's going to say, because she's going to have to be delicate with this situation, because, you know, we don't want to be saying something else about August, you know.
Jada ain't going to say shit. I'm telling you right now, Jada ain't gonna say nothing.
I'm talking about, like, if it's like we were saying before, like a subliminal, something that only her and August know, that's between them when she speaks. Things that we won't get, but he will get. Hopefully she's very tactful with that. And because if not, we don't know what could happen to August, because he seemed very shaky. And, you know, some people, what did they say? What's his name? Maul said that he can't believe anything that comes out of, you know, AugustAlsina's mouth, because a dude with two different suits on can't be believed, because in the interview he had on two different suits. If you guys can see it on the screen.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Because if you genuinely have a truth, your story ain't never gonna change, and the facts is gonna be the facts always. And then, like, my whole thing is, again, why can't you just speak your truth? Why must you be like, oh, my truth is me and Jada somewhat touched, and I got a record coming out. Like, excuse me, sir, hello? Don't just skip over that shit. Like, we need that tea. Like, we don't even give a fuck about the album anymore. Like, huh? You and Jada did what? Like, wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now everybody will be going to go buy his music, because that's what happened the last time in 2005. He made a song with her, the middle name, and got the tattoo and all that shit. Like, August is crazy. At this point, it's lustfulness. That's how I feel about it. Since 2005, y'all had a relationship. It's over. It's done. Motherfucker, we in 2020. You still in that fucking lustfulness?
But some people stay in that mindset, just like some people stay in an abusive mindset, or they stay in a trauma mindset because of something that happened to him. He's still stuck on that. If that's actually, you know, him being genuine about the situation, because once somebody sucks something out of you and you're a part of that, and they just toss you to the side, and then on top of that, you already have mental issues, then you have sickness, then you have to, learn how to talk and walk again, and then you have substance abuse issues, and then you have been molested. That type of person can't take the rejection as you think that a normal person would, because some people stay in a state of pain and hurt, and that's how they go on until they get help.
I agree. I trust me, I agree with everything you're saying. But, like I always tell you, bad behavior is toxic. My whole thing with August, again, if you genuinely, sir, have these problems, go sit and focus on therapy or music. Therapy is music. So if you're doing therapy and music, do your therapy and music. Then in the interview you talking about you don't want no drama, you don't want this. Like, duh. But then in the same breath you're talking about Jada. Like, that's why I don't understand. If you have a truth to tell, speak your truth. I'm not denying the fact he wasn't this. He don't have, issues. Get it. I get it. I'm just, at this point, toxic behavior is bad behavior. Bad behavior is toxic behavior. You're being very disrespectful at this point. Like I said, if you have something to say, now, for real, if you honestly and truly have something to say, he didn't need Angela Yee's platform. He could have went in front of his camera by himself and told his truth without nobody asking him or feeling any type of pressure or, or kind of follow-up question. He could have stood in front of that damn camera, promoted himself, talked about whatever he wanted to talk about. At least that way, I would have felt, okay, at least he does have something to say. I would have felt a little bit better, maybe. Me personally. I think I would have felt a little bit better if he would have went on that approach. Now, if he truly and really had something to say, you don't need somebody's platform to get on. Get in front of the camera, because I'm quite sure Instagram, he has all that.
No, he actually did an interview on his YouTube channel in his house, and he invited Angela Yee. So everything was posted on his on his social media.
Right, but still, at the end of the day, he still invited somebody into his podcast. And that's where I draw my curtains at. Because now I know you have an agenda somewhere. That's what I'm saying. If I have a issue with whoever, I'll give a prime example. I had to cuss my neighbor out 2 weeks ago. If I have an issue with that motherfucker, I'm not going down to this other neighbor house to voice my complaint to the next door neighbor or whoever else. I'm going to voice my issues and my problems with the person I have my issues and my problem with. Facts? Or it's not me? No? Okay. But
I got you. So what do you think about the Joe Buttons and the Vlad TV beef? Do you think that Joe Button is...
They both culture vultures, man. They both culture
so you don't even like Joe?
Man, fuck Joe, man. Seriously, man. I'm sorry, Miss MJ. I didn't mean to cuss on your platform. No, man, seriously, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, half of these people, or majority of these black men out here, man, they all scream Black Lives Matter. Turn around, make babies with other races, marry other races. You can't be for me and you out here making babies and marrying somebody else. There's no way in hell. No way in hell you for me. I don't need nothing. I don't even turn on Joe Budden. Anything you say is irrelevant, dog. Anything. You have no kind of voice for my ears, like none.
So what do you think about Vlad and him being involved in the beef?
He's really a cop. No, that's some true shit. Whoever goes on his platform and they got some type of beef with somebody, he either creates some type of beef or he'll turn your motherfucking ass in. And I believe that shit. I honestly believe that shit.
Well, A.R.Rab, he got locked up right after that interview with Vlad TV. And a lot of people have called out Vlad. A lot of people said they got arrested behind Vlad TV. But then he's cool with a lot of people that give him big ups, too, as well.
Yeah, people give him big ups because he probably throw them a couple dollars. Or they probably, you know, they probably figure he never did them wrong. You know what I'm saying? He probably either helped them out. He never did them wrong, so they not looking at him as a culture vulture. They looking at him like, oh, maybe he gonna put me on. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna do an interview with him, and I'm gonna get some kind of, you know, acknowledgement. Nah, he's using, both of them is culture vultures, motherfuckers. Fuck both of them.
All right, we got you, Crazy LB. I didn't tell you like I'm saying in person, but happy belated birthday. Happy birthday to you, girl.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy your birthday. I hope you got everything you need and you want for your birthday, and I wish you many, many more birthdays too as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate you calling in. Is there any last words you got to say?
It was somebody else you was talking about. Who was it? I'm trying to think. Tokyo. That's messed up how that guy did Tokyo. Her boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
That was messed up. That's true, and that's what happened. That's messed up because, you know, she waited till she was damn near 25 to give up that cuckoo.
Yes, she did.
And he's an ain't shit ninja. She needs to just go ahead, forget about him, and just move on. It's going to be hard because, you know, that was her first or whatever, but, you know, life goes on. You know, sometimes you gotta just put the wall up and detach, like for real. But I do feel bad for Tokyo though. If anything.
Yeah, because you know she don't like talking about her business, and she addressed the situation because she wanted people to stop sending her information about him, and you know it was just that whole situation. I was just like, damn. I was like, she finally picked a dude, and this dude is going to act like this, but it is what it is. She's going through what we all have been through before, you know.
And she waited too, and that was one of her main reasons she wasn't trying to give it up. He must have told her that sweet nothing.
No, I'm telling you, he has this southern hospitality, and he's been raised well to treat women, you know, to get them, but not to keep them. That part.
That's the part he needs to work on.
Go on, amen.
But thank you again. I'm going to give somebody else a chance because, no, cancel Joe and Vlad. I'm cancel. I'm not with neither one of them.
All right, God bless you. Thank you, Crazy LB.
God bless you too. Thank you too, beloved.
Thank you. Peace.
All right.
Peace. Yeah, Tokyo Tony, I mean, he had a good one. She was out here helping him, promoting him, going through shows with him. She had his back. I don't know why he messed that up. And she was down for him. You know, Tokyo, Vanity, she is down for her friends. You imagine how she's down for her man. So, it ended up being that way, for real, for real. Joe's corny, but he can rap. Yeah, he can rap. Barbara Budden don't owe Vlad nothing. Vlad admits that he's cool with police. I don't know why people still go on his show. Amen to that, Chef Disaster. Yep. Well, he admit like how he gets, you know, stories and how he said that when he first started out, he was like, he didn't care. He was on F the world. I'm going to get these clicks and views. I'm going to bring your whole family on. I'm going to bring anybody and everybody that would say something about you. If you committing crimes, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to record it, put it up there, and I ain't taking shit down, basically. And he said he's not that way anymore. Joe Budden said you are still the same person that you claim not to be. And that was Joe Budden's last words on Vlad, because Vlad basically said he's different. He changed. He's not even mentioning Joe Budden's name anymore. He said he hasn't mentioned his name in 5 years. And somebody said, no, you're lying because you did mention Joe Budden's name when you interviewed Taxstone. So we'll see how that situation plays out. And we know Joe Budden's basically has some words with, you know, Troy Ave. Some people like Troy Ave. Some people don't like Troy Ave. But it's like Troy Ave is going to be testifying, or basically had that beef and that altercation with Taxstone, and Taxstone was doing podcasting, and now Troy Ave is doing podcasting. That's like some shit. So I was just like, that's some shit for real. So like that's crazy because they were beefing, and Taxstone was going in heavy on what's his name? He was going heavy on Troy Ave, and then they ended up meeting at that plaza where the shots got fired. Mano was there, T.I. was there, Mano girlfriend got hit. You know what I'm saying? So it was I think that was the same situation. It might have been different, but anyways, whatever it boils down to, allegedly Taxstone pulled the tool, and it got into Troy Ave's hand, and he was defending himself, and he was acting like it was a video game, and then they were beefing, so that came to head, and now Taxstone is locked down, and now we have Troy Ave with a podcast now. And I think he has a podcast with Bosco. I was like, oh shit, look at Bosco. Bosco done came to F up. Bosco was on, Vlad TV for a minute. And a lot of black people at first in the beginning would do like little segments with Vlad, and then it just stopped. I think after the AR-Rap situation, then people just started to say, oh, nah, I don't want to be there. Because Vlad is going to put it out regardless, and he ain't going to take shit down unless he's court ordered to. So once he got the footage and he got the information, it's going up, and he ain't taking it down. He don't care. But he said he has changed. Joe Budden said he did not change. That's all bullshit. Thank you so much, Crazy LB, for calling in. Thank you, Tony. So I think I missed a phone call. 903 and 803. No, 903. Call back. And 803, I believe, call back. So that's basically the situation of tonight. And I guess nobody's really taking the situation of Kanye West running for president. But, people didn't take it serious that, your boy was going to be president. And he is. So Is there a chance for Kanye West to be president? Oh, that's what I forgot to ask you about, Crazy LB. So is there actually a chance that Kanye West can be president? Is anything possible after we seen, Donald Trump being elected? And basically he was in real estate, media, and rap videos. And his father been a part of the KKK too as well. And he is, the president. So is there any inclination that Kanye West can actually be president? The numbers, people already did numbers, and basically they're saying no, there's no way. They said he has less than a 0.1% chance of ever being, president. That's what they say. This is the media putting out the numbers. It says online bookmark cut the odds of winning the election from 500 to 1. So it's 50 to 1. They're basically saying that he can't win. So Tesla founder Elon Musk basically is putting his support behind Kanye West. Is that a possibility? Do you think that would do you think that would happen? Oh, okay. Nobody wants to call. Yeah, it's a Sunday night, and plus we've already been on for an hour and 22 minutes. So, And it's one of these lives out of nowhere, and I'm not talking about the regular things that I usually talk about too as well. Some people are like, what? Joe Budden's and Vlad? Who gives a damn? Or for real? Who is Vlad? Some people are saying, who is Rory? Who is Maul? Maul was really shitting on, AugustAlsina. I never really heard him shit on somebody like he shitted on AugustAlsina. Lord. Joe was basically, he had his back. He had his back with the situation.
Accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hey, what's up? So what do you think about Kanye West running for president?
MJ, that's crazy LB. No, please, don't put that person on the ballot. We already got an orange person on the ballot. We got an uncle on the ballot. We don't need a cousin. Okay? We got orange. We got an uncle. We definitely don't need nobody cousin.
No, facts.
Hell no to Kanye West. Please, I understand we don't want the orange man in office, and I understand some of us don't want an old Kanye.
Yeah, in the office. Yo, this world, I don't know. No, you know what? If Kanye West gets president, and like say if he runs and he wins, it'll be a civil war. I swear it'll be a civil
Girl,
war.
look, if Kanye West become president, I'm going to go get me a job in the government. Fact. I'm serious. I'm going to the goddamn White House. I'm going to go get me a job with Kanye West. He told me to come down here to get a job. I'm so serious.
Right.
You know how much nonsense. You think we ain't nonsense? I can't even smoke in peace, girl. I can't even breathe. Wait. Hold on. I need my oxygen tank. You about to go take me in a cardiac arrest. Miss MJ, please, no. We are not even going to promote this. We ain't even going to put this in circulation.
It's already there. You know, I waited a whole day and a half to talk about it because I posted it on my community. Well, I wasn't even going to talk about it. But I was like, you know what? Let me just throw this motherfucker in it.
Please. Don't talk about it, girl. We can't breathe.
I know.
No. Because I'm serious. We trying to deal with Orange Man. We trying to deal with C9, Uncle Joe. We don't need Cousin Kanye.
Oh, we don't need Kanye West in the office. Oh, my God. But it will
I'm
bring...
telling you right now, if anybody put Kanye West in on the ballot and he wins this on for second presidential, you going to see me at the damn White House, girl. I'm going to be on your damn platform like, yeah, this day we finally did. Girl, I'm going to give... I ain't never worked for nobody government before. If y'all put Kanye West in that goddamn 1800 Washington Lane, I'm telling you right there, y'all gonna have a crazy bitch on the damn senator seat because I'm gonna go get me a goddamn job with the government. We all gonna get this damn good benefits that they don't want us to have. I'm so serious. If y'all don't want crazy folks in your government, do not put Kanye West in the office, please, people. I know
they got enough followers. They got millions and millions of followers on Twitter and Instagram.
That's what I'm saying, girl. And you know all it takes is a mother effort to go viral, girl. We don't even need to push this agenda right here. Matter of fact, we ain't even gonna use his name. We don't need him to be no president. We don't need him to go viral, girl. No, because I'm telling you straight up. If y'all put that man in office, I'm going to go join the government. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to go get me some government benefits. And we're going to go. You think our piece of people ain't going to be moving on up? If Kanye West get in that damn office, girl, this America as we know it will be done for. Because between him and Kim, they both dumb as a goddamn doorknob, girl. We can't. Money talks. I understand money talks, and right now, followers apparently talk too, and they got both. All I'm saying to y'all, as a black woman to the community, mountaintop to people in the back, if y'all even think about independentizing this young man, your cousin from another mother, onto this ballot and he wins, girl, I'm going to go get me a government job. I'm done.
All right. Thank you, Crazy LB.
Huh?
I said thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, beloved. Yeah, I just wanted to get my opinion on Kanye.
Yeah, I forgot that one. I knew. No. And motherfucking no. Peace. One love.
Yes, ma'am. Peace and one love. Thank you, beloved. Thank you.
Thank you. So that's a no. You guys don't want Kanye West? 810. I missed 810. Please call back 810. So it is what it is with that situation. $810. You want me to call you back? 810. What's going on? I'm just like, So I guess we will see if there's anything factual about the situation, if it's just promotion, did Kanye West file his paperwork, or is he going to file paperwork? I guess we will find out. We will see what is going to happen with this situation.
To accept, press.
Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Norris from Flint.
Hey, Tony, what's going on?
Hey. The Joe Budden situation. I agree with him when it comes to that Vlad, or whatever his name is. That
Vlad
man.
TV. DJ Vlad.
Yeah, I agree. If somebody, like you were saying, like that man was, recording, said he would, he wouldn't take the videos down if people said something bad or was threatening or anything like that. Like he would try to expose people.
Mhm.
He was like, if he was like that, then he don't think that man changed. I don't think that man changed either, because if you willing to do that, from the beginning, start doing stuff like that, you gonna keep doing that. Even if you get beat up like he said he did by Rick Ross, the people, that should have taught him a lesson right there. Maybe that did, I don't know, but it's hard to believe. It's hard, it's a possibility he could change, but then again, he got money out of that situation too. So it's like, didn't he get $4 million out of that?
He got a big settlement, but we don't know how much it was.
Oh, okay. He probably ain't changed. He probably like, what, I'm gonna keep doing, recording stuff and don't take it down. So I wouldn't go on his platform for no interview. I wouldn't talk to him. Absolutely not. I wouldn't talk to him. And Joe, on the other hand, he got so many issues. Like he had that baby with Sid Montana. Dogged her out. I mean, he wasn't good with Tahiri. Like he ain't good with no relationships or nothing like that.
Well, he's still going to the strip club. 9 months ago, he's still at the strip club. That was around when, Love and Hip Hop was filming, or afterwards. So he's still at the strip club. That's one of his behaviors from back in the day, and that's still something that is stuck to him. He still find a lot of pleasure in the strip club, but who doesn't find pleasure? And I guess the vajayjay, who knows?
Yeah, well, hopefully he don't get one of them strippers pregnant. He can't stay. He addicted to that strip club, so that's why I said he ain't good with no relationship. He needs therapy as far as how to treat a woman, because he don't know how to treat no woman. Not at all. He getting a little bit too old, and plus he didn't. A lot of those strippers, too many of them probably ain't gonna want him, because if they know his history, they know he done been on drugs and all that. Like, and he ain't gonna. He might be clean now.
Hold on 1 second. Norris, he's Troy Ave challenged him to $50,000 for Joe Budden to take a drug test. You think Joe Budden will pass a drug test today?
That's a good question. Maybe he would. I mean, maybe. It's 50-50 chance. 50% no, 50% yeah. I mean, he could, because I haven't heard too much about him doing drugs lately.
Me either.
So it's a possibility he would pass, but if somebody was paying me that much money, I would take it anyway. Shoot.
Right?
He should. That's money going in his pocket. If he ain't got nothing to hide, he would take it. Shoot, but if he hasn't, then he might have something to hide. Much as he like attention, especially with his broadcast and everything, his radio show. I'm glad that he was defending, the August guy. Somebody needs to be on his side.
I was kind of surprised, but then I know Joe talks about mental health, and I know that Joe has been with a lot of girls that had issues with the same type of issues that AugustAlsina has. Joe has been with women that had that same issues, and then relationships of his never ended well. And plus, he was the older adult. He was the one that he could show them more, just like the situation between, Jada and AugustAlsina, where Jada was able to show AugustAlsina a whole new type of lifestyle, like some shit he ain't never seen before, But
yeah.
So now I understand why he did see that way too as well, and basically he feels like Will and Jada are predators, and they shouldn't have messed with that young boy, because it's the equivalent to messing with a girl that has daddy issues that we talked about, the last time we was on live. Excuse me.
You said he was messing with, sleeping with girls with mental issues?
No, with daddy, he's saying the relationship with, AugustAlsina and, JadaPinkett Smith is also equivalent to when women date men, when men date women that have daddy issues, that have been mistreated, neglected, abused, and abandoned, and the guys seek them type of women out because they're vulnerable. It's equivalent to the relationship that Jada had with AugustAlsina, allegedly.
Oh yeah, I get that part. But did he sleep with any? I'm asking, have you heard of him sleeping with girls, with mental issues and stuff like that?
Well, he has been with plenty of strippers and women that had issues, had mental issues. As far as things that they've been through in their lifetime.
Yeah, that's like the pot caught in the kettle black. Then if he's done that.
I'm saying that's why I understand that he relates to the situation, because there are women that he brought on, couples therapy, the women that he, Tahiri, and the other young girl that he brought on to, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Love and Hip Hop New York, the girl that was a stripper too as well. They all suffered some type of issue and had mental issues. And Joe was like the savior. He was the one that had everything together. He was older. He was more mature. He'd been through this and that. He had a rap career. Now he's on reality TV. And so now he's bringing these ladies that have these issues, that he met in a strip club and things like that. Not every stripper has, issues or daddy issues or been, neglected, whatever. Some of them are going to school, But he has paraded the women around in the media one point in time. So I think that's why he can relate to what AugustAlsina is saying and seeing deeper into the situation where he think that Jada was a predator, because it was said he was a predator too as well.
Yeah, take one to know one.
Amen.
Yeah, so, but like I said, like I said before to you, August, he should have went on his YouTube channel by himself or his Instagram and talked about that situation instead of inviting, Angela, to come to his house. Because he giving her some attention as well, giving her some publicity, because she the one did the interview. So people gonna be like, she the one that did the interview, so he giving her publicity as well. So it's like, I felt like I said last time, we talked about him a couple of days ago, that he should have talked about that by himself, because he would have, he didn't have to dress up, he could have just dressed, the way he wanted to dress and just came on, like wear a comfortable outfit and just express his feelings, speak from the heart, without no camera, without, anybody else asking him questions, and him, he could have had a therapist on, what I'm saying, if he wanted attention like that, if he wanted a publicity, he could have introduced people to his therapist, or something like that. People could be like, well, he wants us to see that he's talking to a therapist, and that, he's trying to get help, he just want us, want to open up his life to us in that way. He probably would be a little bit more believable, either with a therapist on camera, either by himself, instead of with Angela G, because everybody know that she likes attention, she's in the business of interviewing people. So that's why I think, part of me think that he did that interview with her was for attention for that album. I'm not saying that he's completely lying about the Jada situation, but it's just like, it's suspect. Why would you do an interview with her instead of talking on, live with a therapist, or either doing it on your own without anybody around? But I want to see what she gonna say on that table talk.
Oh, Lord have mercy. You know it.
see that. And then Tokyo, I feel so bad for her. I really respect her and, was wanting her to find the right person. And then this dude, like you said, he messed it up. He screwed it up. He didn't know what he had in her. I think he just, was excited about being her first and knowing that she was on TV. Maybe he used her for attention. And also, he could also brag and be like, that's my, I'm her first. I got a, reality TV personality from Love and Hip Hop to, give me her virginity.
And also, don't forget musician. She's a rapper.
Yeah, she for attention. He probably got with her for attention. And like you said, he can brag that he's her first.
Exactly.
I don't think his intentions for being with her was good. And, she's so, young and couldn't see through the, foolishness. She couldn't see through his fakery. Like he said, he was raised to get women but don't know how to keep them.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's manipulation right there. If you don't know how to keep nobody. She didn't see that. She didn't see that he's not good with relationships. Because she's so young and she's not a wise woman. I think it has to take her, having sex with him and losing her virginity to him for her to realize in, future relationships when a man is BSing her or when he's being real and sincere. And his real intentions are real, motives are there. I think she could see through that. Now that she didn't, she knows what it's like now to be sexually active. Give her body to somebody.
True.
And then Kanye West, oh my goodness, no, he cannot. I don't think that he gonna be president or could be president. I don't care how much money him and Kim got. Like, honestly, or followers, like, honestly, do people want to have Kim Kardashian, Killer Kim K, as a first lady? Really? Do we want her as a first lady? Like, I don't think too many people would want her as a first lady. And then her family, think about her family and how they act on TV and all that different stuff and all that plastic surgery she didn't have. She didn't mess up her natural womanness. She was a natural woman when she first, in that sex tape with Ray J and when she first got on. But since she's been been popping, being a celebrity and all that, a well-known celebrity, she got all that plastic surgery done. She don't look the same no more. I mean, Chloe, she just had some plastic surgery done to her face lately. And I'm like, she don't look right. And then their sister Kylie had all that plastic surgery. It's just a mess.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Hold on.
From. To accept, press 1.
Hi, could you wait on hold for a minute, please?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Tony?
Yes.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, I'm here.
About the Kim Kardashian and, having the Kardashians, representing the United States.
Reputation. Like, why would, with their reputation, I know they good when it comes to business, but personally, we don't want them in the office. We don't want to hear about them in the office. They would probably run the whole country down alone. And then Kanye, he's not mentally stable to be president. I mean, he has mental issues, a mental illness. He admitted that he has mental issues. And then, this is the same man that said slavery is a choice. And he never apologized for that, as far as I know. He never made a public statement about how sorry he was for making that statement. It's like, why would you want somebody who believes slavery is a choice as your president?
He did make some statements about it, and he tried to clarify what he really meant, and blasting the third, but keep going. It makes no sense because we know what he meant.
Yeah, it's like this dude has lost touch with reality. I mean, he hasn't been the same since his mother died. Like, period. Like, his love life ain't good. You know, the names that he chose for his children are not good. It's just like, no, I can't see nobody that far gone as president. Yeah, he would run the country down, and Kim would too. You know, I commend Kim for helping, you know, a couple of people, you know, some people get out of prison. I like that about her, but that's not enough for me to say, ooh, we would want her as a first lady. Like, no, she's not a good representation of what a first lady should be, and Kanye is not a good representation of what a president is or should be. Now, if his mother was still alive and he was still old Kanye, then I would welcome it 100%. You know, but nah, I don't think he really grieved his mother. You know, I don't think he really dealt with that pain. It's like I think it's still there, and he wants to hide it, and he don't want to come out and admit it to nobody, or should I say, go to a therapist and talk about it.
I believe he goes to a therapist, and he was taking medication, but Kanye West is just not somebody that people will want to take on that, to take on that role as the president. But there's somebody that's in the chat that said that they believe Kanye will be good. And Chef Disaster, come out and call in and tell us why you think why Kanye West will be, good. You might, I think you said that, you don't have a problem with him running for president. So let us know.
Yeah, he said, I take Kanye, but...
Yeah, we want to know why. We need to have, different opinions, because you know what? Somebody can shed the light on something different. It's all good.
Yeah. I know he probably would take him over Donald Trump. Anybody, but I hope that don't be... I don't think them two would be the only two choices, but Kanye, no, it's a no for me. No, you have too many issues. You need help. You need more help. And then look at who you married to, and look at her family. Her brother, don't even know how to take care of his own daughter. He's there at the house, but the maid got to the nanny got to take care of your daughter, not you. And you can't even take care of your own daughter without the nanny. And you a stay-at-home dad. And your daughter got hurt while you was there and the nanny was there. So it's like, and then look at who you chose as your baby's mother, like Black China. It's like, no, it's like, that family got too many personal issues, going on. Don't nobody want them in the White House. That's like, Kanye would be a laughable president. Him being president would be laughable. It'd be like a big joke. Like, joke on all of us. It's like instead of April Fool's Day, it'll be every day would be Fool's Day. It'll be a joke day. Every day that they're in that White House.
Will be April Fools.
Yeah, it'll be May Fools, June Fools. No, every month of the year will be named Fool's Day, a day in every month, because I just don't see that happening. Like Donald Trump, he didn't have no mental. People know him more as a businessman, and like with the celebrity and like the regular and the Celebrity Apprentice, like people knew that about him. So, and it's like he's good in people's minds for business. I think that's why people put him in the White House. He was bankrupt, I think, more than once. So it's like, but still, he didn't have the issues that Kanye had, and plus he was older and he know more about business, and he, people, a lot of people probably respect him more than they do Kanye. That's
the problem is that Donald Trump ran on racism. He ran on deporting, immigration, and all types of different stuff that he ran, office on, and so many different things. And also there was Facebook involved in his election, where there was like questionnaires and things that happened with certain universities doing, questionnaires on, Facebook, when Facebook was very popular with people that do vote and register to vote and getting all your information, actually take these questionnaires, and then, they use that information to help Donald Trump run for his election. And then the brash, the harsh, just being low down and dirty and saying whatever comes to mind and with everything that's ignorant. He got the feedback of doing that because he got the surveys that people took on Facebook, and so he knew exactly what to do and what to say and how to say and what people wanted. And this is a time where people just wanted somebody to just be like reality TV, certain things shock value, and that helped him too as well. But racism too as well helped him. And then people thinking that a lot of people that do suffer from racism and do have racist issues was like, okay, we got to get Donald Trump in. Like, he's saying all the right things, and we're just coming off of having a black president, which is President Obama. So therefore they put, Donald Trump in. And, so it's just one of them situations where there's so many things that help him get into office that, far as Facebook, far as racism, I'm going to send a brick to the, post office, border patrol. There was a lot of things that people had issues with. People had issues with a lot of immigrants. And people had issues with, a lot of immigrants that were in gangs. People had issues with, certain jobs that they couldn't get because immigrants had the job. So there was so many different things that Donald Trump had used to help run his, campaign. And people took into and brought into it, and it is what it is. And now we have people that are out here every day wilding out, talking about Donald Trump told me to do this. Like, this world's going crazy, baby. Crazy.
Yeah. I see with all the stuff that you said Donald Trump was able to do, and, to get into the White House, Kanye ain't that smart. He ain't mentally that smart no more. He done lost his intelligence. After that one album you said he had, after that album, he done lost touch with reality. I like him, but I don't think he a bad person. He just not mentally there. He not smart enough to do, like you said, what Donald Trump done. And plus, a lot of these celebrities don't even respect Kanye, and they fans probably don't. The fans of the other celebrities probably don't even respect Kanye enough to even vote for him. And then a lot of these celebrities don't respect his wife, nor her family. So it's like, these celebrities a lot of the celebrities probably, believed in Donald Trump, fell for the hype. But they know a lot of these people, they're like celebrities that's been in the business a long time, they know about Kanye, and they know about his reputation, and they know about the problems he has had, since his mother died. And it's like, they got too much pride. I think they're not going to want to vote for him, to put him in the White House.
All right.
I don't think so.
I got you.
I think Don Legend would probably be a good president.
I don't think they got many followers. Kanye, anything else you want to add, or do you want to go on hold?
You ain't talk about Plies.
Who?
The rapper Plies.
Yeah, let me put you on hold. I'm gonna put you on hold and go to the next call, and I'll come back to you. All right?
Okay.
All right. Much love. Thank you so much, Tony. Hello. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, this is Rashida. I'm calling from the DMV.
Hey, Rashida. How you doing?
Good. DC, Maryland, and Virginia. I decided I'd call in after all.
Okay, hold on. Just I'm glad you did call in, Rashida. Could you turn me down in the background? Thank you for calling in. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I went into another room. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah, as far as Kanye, you know dang well we not voting for Kanye.
I know I ain't.
But you know what I think it is? I think since Kim is going in, and I think she's really buddy with Trump. Because, do y'all remember, they have a good relationship with Donald Trump?
Yep. Facts.
And he always be walking around rocking the MAGA hats and stuff.
Facts.
I think he's lost his mind. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna run for president, you know. But I mean, for real, I'm not voting for Jim Crow Joe or I don't know. It's just a lot going on, girl.
It is. I'm telling you, like, there's so much going on that I can't even put it together with what's going on now. You got Kanye West running. You got all these Karens out here, and we see all this stuff going on.
Right. So I'm like, I think Kanye is like, oh yeah, I'm friends with Trump, so maybe I should run. You know, he's on some next level shit. But you know, ain't nobody voting for his ass.
But what about this? Do you think that if it's possible, we don't know if it's actually true or Kanye's pulling a stunt, if it's possible for him to get on the ballot as an independent runner, that hasn't closed yet, so he can still register or whatever, but do you think it's a tactic to get people that black people that don't want to vote for Biden to vote for Kanye West, and then Trump wins the election? Is that, you think that's a conspiracy?
That could definitely be something, and then the nigga might have an album coming out too, you know.
Exactly. Facts.
You never know, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because as far as I'm concerned, nobody wants to vote for Trump, nobody wants to vote for Biden, and really they call it a democracy, but where is the democracy here? Until they're telling us what they're going to do for us as, you know, original Black Americans, I'm not excited about any of it. As a matter of fact, I didn't vote last time. I don't regret it, but I will vote this time. I mean, shit. I'm saying I want to vote for Kanye, but I mean, anything but Trump.
I feel what you're saying.
I mean, anything but Trump. I mean, I want to vote for Kanye. I mean, are you voting for Biden? Are you going to vote this year? No? I
don't know. Biden pissed me off, so I'm still I don't know what Biden... Joe Biden's situation, especially the laws that he was a part of, that he created that didn't help black people. Then the alternative, the alternative is vote for Trump, and then the alternative is Kanye West. Come on, there gotta be somebody else. Shit, we all need to go down there and put our name on the ballot.
We might as well get Angela Stanton's ass up there.
I'll vote for her.
I saw that interview she did with the Breakfast Club. I hear what she's saying. But she did get pardoned by Trump. But she did have a point, though. Trump has released over 7,000 people from jail in his tenure, and 91% of them were black.
Yep. That's facts.
So,
that's facts. We didn't even get that much out of Obama pardoning people. No. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. So I just decided to call in. I was just in here chilling, listening. I was like, ain't nobody calling in. Let me call in and talk to Mary real quick.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you came through. I'm glad you called in.
Hold on, I have one more thing. As far as AugustAlsina,
yep.
I believe him wholeheartedly. I believe everything that he's saying. I think that she's 48, he's 27. I feel like he fell in love. And he sounds like a scorned lover to me. But he needs to be real careful with that because, you know, we talking about the Smiths here.
The Smiths, baby.
And they already said no matter what, I don't care what you do, Will, Jada, I don't care what you do. If you on the east end of the mansion, I'm on the west wing of the mansion, we still going to be together because they are a brand.
Exactly. Facts.
So I feel like he's playing with fire, but also at the same time, I'm not really mad at him. I really feel like I'm the one who typed in, like, you know, she was like a mother figure or
I know.
kind of situation. It's just like how a therapist shouldn't screw their patient. So I'm kind of like, I feel like they both are 50-50. I feel like Jada should have known better than to mess with a 24-year-old with mommy issues.
Well, all types of issues. Like, it's different. Like, there are some 24 years old that are different that would have used Jada and catapulted his career without even talking about the sex, but just use her in a remix, a song, and a video, got Will Smith in it, would have got in a movie, would have been like, it would have been cool because he know the system, he know the game, and he don't have all them past, he don't have that baggage. And that's why a lot of men cannot get, all the men that I talk to, about AugustAlsina, they call him weak. And they say all types of terrible things about him. Basically, they say, like, you out here talking like a girl.
Yeah, you're right. Because they say he kissed and tell, and he's weak for that.
That's what everybody's saying, but then...
But he's weak, but you know what? He's an R&B singer. He ain't no rapper gangster. I mean, he an R&B dude. What you expect?
I'm an R&B dude. That's one of Biggie's songs. I had sex with an R&B singer.
You know what I'm saying? He an R&B dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what they do. They weak. They be singing their little hearts out.
And that's one thing.
I got all of his back. I wish him the best, you know?
That's one thing. A lot of men have said that I talked to personally, and then we heard more from Joe Budden's show talk about it too as well. Basically saying that they don't want to co-sign a dude being weak, a dude out here snitching and telling who he slept with and this and that and all this other stuff. You're supposed to move on. You're supposed to be tough, but I understand what they're saying. It was like they don't want to co-sign having another black male out in the media being weak, and this is what the dudes are saying to me. But at the same time, I gotta put in what I know from my background. If you mess with somebody that has these type of issues, and you know they have these type of issues, and you're in your 40s or you're in your early 40s or you're 39 years old, and you're messing with a dude like Alsina, and you know his issues, you already know what's gonna happen because we got experience.
They both messy.
Yep.
We
have experience. Like, we know, like, at one point in time, there was beautiful dude, beautiful chocolate, beautiful. I mean, when I say gorgeous, and everything from his head to his toe was perfect, and he had it going on and everything else like that. But then, I got to, chill with him and talk to him and get to know him. And then he opened up and he told me issues like if I was talking to AugustAlsina. So I knew right there in that moment, if me being a person that I am, if I mess with you, I know what's going to happen. You're going to go crazy. You're going to expose me. You're going to be doing all types of shit to get at me because I know what I am and I know what I'm about, and I know you can't handle that. And that's what Jada should have known, that she couldn't do this with this young man. Even though you're tempted and you want to, he got it going on. He's saying all the good shit, but we know deep inside he ain't ready for what we got to give because we already experienced and know what the situation is. And now you're telling us about yourself, so we know mentally, you've been through so much that only thing I'm going to do is add on to that pain, and you're going to be furious and take it out on me because I'm someone that's not a part of your family, and I'm someone that's not a part of, your growing up situation, so you'll be quick to come at me. So therefore, that dude was so gorgeous. And everybody was like, yo, I don't know why you ain't gonna talk to him, because he had everything going on. No kids, just straight. But I know after we sat down, I like to have picnics. I like romantic dates and crazy stuff that Mary, a lot of dudes is not about.
We can just sit there and make that up, Mary. The way he was so eloquent and poetic about speaking about Jada. He was like, and if I die tomorrow, I'll die knowing that I love like a love I never had before in my life, and as the moon shines and runs across the horizon.
Exactly.
So I was like, oh, this dude is not lying.
But see, that's the thing, right? When he said that part that you just said of like, I was in love with her. It was the moon shining. She loved me. It was like everything I would, I can leave this earth feeling okay because I loved the way that I loved. And I can leave this place knowing that I loved someone, even though some people never experienced that. I could tell you right there that you got played. She just shitted on you basically, and you were so confused and you couldn't get what she was giving to you because it was all an act. It wasn't real, but only you thought it was real, and she didn't.
You know what? I hope that she did really have some real love for him, man. But we're going to see, because she said, and a lot of people are saying, you know what? Of course Jada's going to say, oh, yeah, I'm going to address this on the red table talk because we need a healing. Everybody's like, her PR probably was like, Jada, this is the person. Jada, you gotta respond to this, Jada. Because listen, he wins, he sells his album, she wins, it's gonna be more people that's gonna watch that damn Facebook show than ever damn before. Not like she needs the money, but I'm saying we are all on pins and needles to see what the hell she got to say.
Yep, and a lot of other bloggers and a lot of other websites saying that she's using this opportunity, and the reason why she's going to talk about, August Alsina is because on the Red Table Talk, because this is going to blow up her show even more, because it has died down since quarantine, and a lot of things died down since quarantine. So she coming back with this type of information, the whole world's at home. We are going to tune in, and she knows that. So does Will. So Will Smith, hopefully you are sitting there at the table talk.
Every word August said, I believe every word that he said. I believe every word he said, but I believe that I'm not going to sit up here and I mean, I do think it was a little messy, but I also think that, look, he's 27, she's 48. Like, he is a little messy. Like, you should have known, Jada.
Exactly, but you know who else needs to be at that table?
You know what I'm saying?
We need to have Jaden Smith at the table too. How does he feel that his mom got into a relationship, or how does he feel about August Alsina? Like, we want all y'all involved. Let's be real.
Right. I mean, like, come on, she put that thing on that young man.
And she's an actor.
With their patient.
Let me tell you, Will Smith and JadaPinkett Smith, they sat there and they laughed about the situation with August Alsina. They probably worked out scenarios and things to say and do towards him. And he's thinking everything is genuine. He's thinking like, oh my God, I'm touching the sky. I have seen God. I feel God. But it's all in his imagination, because they are A-list actors. They know how to entertain. They have an imagination too as well. And then on top of that, this young man is not mentally stable either. So therefore, they have free will with August Alsina.
So whose fault is that? His fault or Jada's fault?
I already told you, they should have never messed with the dude. They should have never messed with August Alsina.
She should have never messed with him like that,
No, because he wasn't ready. There's certain dudes that you'll know when they're ready. Certain dudes will give you that vibe. August Alsina doesn't have that vibe, because you already know his history. And all you have to do is have a couple of conversations. You find out their history, just like men do. You can find out if you can run game on them. You can run a train on them. You can find out whatever you can find out if he gonna pay your bills. You can find out if he ain't gonna give you nothing. All you gotta do is have a conversation.
We won't wait for this shit. I mean, excuse me.
For real, girl.
We gonna wait for it.
Yeah, yes, we are. You better call back in for when Jada speaks.
Yeah, I watch you all the time, girl.
I know you've been around for a long time. You've been around for at least a year, so it's all good.
More than that, probably.
I know. I think 2 years.
You always drop the T.
I think it's 2 years. I remember. I didn't forget you. I think it's been 2 years.
One time, nobody's on the line. We talked for like an hour.
Yep. I know we did.
That's why I said I ain't gonna call niggas. I can go and go, but I'm gonna go ahead and get off the phone.
All right. God bless. Thank you for calling in.
All right. God bless y'all. All right. Later.
Thank you. Bye bye. Appreciate you, Libra. Hey, I'm Tony.
Oh, I'm back.
All right. Thank you, Tony. So, we was going to talk about the Plies situation. Rapper Plies' car was shot up in Atlanta. You got to turn me down in the background.
Okay, I did.
Yep, rapper Plies' car was shot up. 2 people were shot at it on Edgewood Avenue in Atlanta Sunday morning, and learning that Plies' car was shot up with bullets. Allegedly, Plies is luckily, he's lucky that, nothing happened to him. But yes, his vehicle was shot up, and there was some violence that went on in Atlanta on 4th of July, and some violence that went on in Chicago too as well. But yes, Plies' car got shot up.
Dang.
Yep.
Well, he must have had some enemies that nobody know about.
He could have had enemies, but the way the story, I'm sorry, Tony. He could have had enemies. I don't think it was that. I just think somebody was on a rampage and things happen. And then we also have to be very questionable about when we haven't, a lot of people was questioning the shootings that was in New York. There was so many shootings in, the projects in New York at one point in time, a couple of years ago, and Chicago, and people, equated it to be the Jump Out Boys. But I think somebody just went on a rampage. There was beef going on. I don't know if it actually had to do with Plies, per se. I just think he was at the wrong place at the wrong time, but it could have been, he could have some enemies. We don't know, because it just popped up. There were 3 people that was reported shot at the situation at 1600 block and Lakewood Avenue, and then Plies' car was reportedly shot up too as well. But I don't know if he had any beef. I don't know if it was another situation going on. That's all we got that's all I got right now.
Yeah.
So does he have enemies? Shit.
He probably do. I don't think that a random person, like he's saying, it could have been a random shooting, or, somebody went on a rampage, but for somebody to shoot your car up, or a particular person's car up, they have to have a problem with that person, I think. Because they probably knew who they were shooting at. If you shooting somebody's car up, you know who you shooting at. You gotta know who you shooting at. You just wouldn't shoot up a random car. It's just an empty car. But if you see people in a car, somebody's car, you gonna either try to shoot that person, or you gonna try to shoot the people that's with them, or that's in their car, so there won't be no enemy or no witnesses.
Yeah,
so
you're probably right, because
planned.
There was actually like 3 different shootings that took place around the same area, but Plies, his car got lit up. His car was lit up.
Well, I'm glad he's okay, but
yeah, his car. I would show the video, but if I showed, I can't show that particular video. But I showed a video. His car is tore up. So you might have a point that it was somebody that was at him, that felt a certain type of way about him. I don't know.
Yeah, he got.
And then we also got to put in that we don't know if it's race soldiers too as well. If it's the jump out boys, you never know with the situation. Because a lot of crimes that they say that black people do, they don't really do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I think he got some enemies, because I just don't think that's a random shooting. I just think, he probably pissed somebody off, or probably, or something like that. Because it got to be some beef somewhere that he started, or either somebody started with him and he might have threatened him, or, something like that, thought he had power. He's going to use his power of being a celebrity against them, or something like that. And they probably said, oh, okay, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to shoot up your car, either I'm going to have somebody else do it. It got to be something with that story, because I just don't, a lot of the time, people just don't go around randomly going on rampages and just shooting random cars. They got to know who they shoot. I think they know who their target is. They know who they shooting at. And they're going to go either kill that person, or either they're going to teach that person a lesson, or let that person know that they can get hurt.
Okay, hold on 1 second, Tony. Hold on, please.
Who's that?
Can you hold on for a minute, please? Okay, thank you so much. All right, keep going, Tony, about the Plies situation.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, something. I just think he got enemies that he don't know about, or somebody got beef with him and he might not know about it, or he might know about it, but he didn't expect them to come at him.
It could be that situation. He could have been at the wrong place at the wrong time. It's certain situation that's going on. Yeah, but his car just got, and it's like a maroon, purplish, reddish car. It sticks out, so. You might be right. It could be somebody from the past or the present, or it could be the Jump Out Boys. Who knows?
Yeah. But I wanted to tell you, thank you for sharing my last video, and, liking both of them, about what do you think about them, the prayer reading, the 2 videos?
I told you before, they just need to be smaller, and then you have to put, what you address the prayer reading for. Like, say if you read a prayer, this is the prayer you need to say before you go to work, a prayer that you need to say before you go to bed, a prayer that you need to say before, go to a appointed meeting. So if you label like a prayer and for something, somebody will click on it and actually say that prayer too as well, because they probably need that prayer at that time. If it's, traveling on a highway, going to a job interview, going out in public, or just being safe transportation for them and their family too as well. And then you can follow that up where after you do that, take that same title and say, I'm going to defy the video or whatever. But I think the video is fine. I don't have a problem with the video at all. And the prayer is good, especially at a time like this. It's so much that we see going on. We got Kanye West running for president. We got all these Karens out. We seeing all these things that are happening to people that are getting hurt, due to racism. So I think the prayers are good. I don't have a problem with it at all. I think they're great. It's just that you want to get people to click on it. And, somebody could be like on YouTube and saying, I'm about to go to this job meeting, this job interview, or I'm about to go to this restaurant, or I'm about to get in my car, or I want to say a safe prayer for my children traveling or my children out, or say a prayer for, wealth, or say a prayer for, sickness. And so if you just read the prayer and say, this prayer is for blah, 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 or you can say this prayer for this situation, like if you're traveling, and then list and read the prayer and then cut the video, and then the next video you do is define the prayer and explaining each and everything that it meant. So then you'll actually have like a series going on. But I think that it's all good.
Okay, because I don't say like I'm gonna read that book 2 more times. I'm gonna try to make it a little shorter next time. I'm gonna read like 2 more. I'm on page 20 of that book. I'm gonna read, like that book 2 more times, make 2 more videos on it, and like I said, I'm gonna talk about grief in one of the videos, because one of the prayers talked about, grief, how to deal with grief.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you can read the prayer and then say, like, this prayer sounds like it's particularly for this type of situation. Say like if you read the prayer and you're like, what, I feel like this prayer is for when you and your family are traveling, or this prayer is to give you hope and power, when you go on an interview, and list the prayer, hope and power for job interviews, prayer when you're traveling with your family on the roads. And then you can do a segment where you defy the whole prayer, but you just read the prayer. And then people will click on that too as well. Just like, okay, I'm about to, travel with my peoples. So let me see what this prayer is about,
Yeah, and then I was going to talk about, how people eat comfort food. I was going to try to find some healthy ones, like some healthy foods, like you can eat for comfort instead of all these bad foods. Because, some people just eat, and then that's how they gain weight, because they don't pay attention to what they're eating. They so caught up in, their problems and, like you said, their issues. But, yeah, that's something to think about.
Yeah, like, because, sometimes when you read something, you might get an idea of this could be perfect for this particular situation. And then when you say that and then you put it out, that could be perfect for somebody's situation. But sometimes when you just say a prayer, people just say, okay, prayer. But we say prayer, but sometimes people are seeking a certain prayer, or they might not know that they're seeking a certain prayer, but then you pop up and the prayer is for safe travel. And so you might read a prayer and you might get from that prayer that you're reading, this is for safe travel, and then title the video that's safe travel prayer. Just like Crazy LB said, stress, prayer for stress. You might read a particular prayer that you could say to yourself, like, oh, you know what? This will help you relieve stress, and something like that, But other than that, everything, because you are trying to get, clicks and views, and then also trying to get your numbers up. So reading the prayer and then defining the same prayer too as well, because there might be some people that don't understand the prayer and they need people to defy it, because some people don't even know about prayer or how to pray too as well.
Yeah, that's something I could think about, like trying to read them in my mind instead of out loud, like study them and then see if I can make something out of it.
Oh yeah, just
like define it.
And then also when you read the prayer, what feeling do you get from that prayer that you read? Because that might be the answer to what you titled the video as too as well. Because some people just don't understand. Some people don't understand. And some people do understand. You will get the people that do understand too as well. But what about the person that don't understand? Or what about the person that's confused? So, prayer right now will help anybody. And people will click on that because, if you see all the negativity that's going on, there's all types of prayers that need to be said. And even a prayer that you might say could be something that somebody might read and use it as a chant, when they go to the protest.
Yeah, that's true.
But to me, I watched the whole video and I like it. I like the prayer. I like what it says. But I gotta tell you that I grew up in the church too as well. I studied other religions and I know a whole lot about other religions and other healing things and just so much as well. But I grew up in the church. I was born in the church. I was baptized in the church. I spent most of my life in the church. So when you read a prayer, I totally get it. But then you also got to think about the person that don't even know or don't even understand that too as well. So that's why you would do the small prayer, a small video just reading the prayer, and then piggyback off that prayer and just explain it to as well for the people that don't know, for the people that don't even understand what you even are talking about, because sometimes people get it, sometimes people don't. But I get it because I grew up in the church. I was baptized, raised, fully sanctified, full with the Holy Ghost and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, I speak crazy. LB and Brandy gave me some suggestions as well, so that's something to think about. I was just wondering what should I do? Just talk about topics, but
but also the stimulus topic is very important. So keep doing the stimulus topics too as well, and anything that you hear about the stimulus topics, do it too as well, and just break it down. Break it down to a whole understanding like you have been doing, but break it down for people to understand, because everybody wants to talk about stimulus and they want to know about the stimulus. And I've seen so many new people come up off the stimulus of video situation. I was actually doing stimulus stuff. I was like, I ain't doing no stimulus shit. that's Tony realm right there. So it just sometimes people don't understand certain things, and you just break it down to the nitty gritty where a 2-year-old can understand it when you talk about the stimulus, because the stimulus is important because people want their money and they want their money now, just like me. I need to know what I need to do, how I need to do, what he said, when he said, and how he said it, which you do in your videos, and keep continuing to break down the stimulus information, because that's really important.
Yeah, because I've been getting quite a bit of like 20 to 30 plus views on them stimulus videos. So yeah,
the stimulus stuff is really important, because a lot of people that want to talk about the stimulus and want to know information about the stimulus. For real. That's why I click on your videos to find out what you're talking about the stimulus, because shit, I want to know when my next stimulus check is coming in. Tony Norris, when is my check coming in?
Yeah, well, if I see anything new that's very interesting, that catches my eye, I will be reading the article.
Yes, please do.
I will do that.
Please do. Thank you so much, Tony.
Yep, and my grandmother, we, for the 4th of July yesterday, her birthday on Thursday, we celebrated her 90th birthday yesterday.
Amen. Hallelujah. Her 90th birthday for your grandmama?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. God bless her. We send all the peace and blessings and love, healing, and health and happiness towards your grandmother on her 90th birthday. Imagine I know all the knowledge that she knows at 90 years old. That's a blessing.
Yeah.
That's a complete, utter blessing.
Yeah.
And then you got somebody, you have your grandmother that's 90 years old, and we have all this stuff that's going on now. Get information from her about how her childhood was and compare it to yours and compare it to now and do a small video on that.
Yeah, that would be a good idea, because I know she didn't tell me a lot of stuff about her past, like
You can actually document like something like a diary too as well about what happened in the past, and then if people want to challenge you about, oh, where you get the information from, this is a person that lived that information. This is a person that lived in that time, which is my grandmother, and I got the story from her. That's history and knowledge you got right there.
Yeah, I know she told me something about why she don't eat from people and what taught her and what happened, you know, to her when she was like it's something she went through when she was younger.
All right, see right there. See right there. That is a topic. Why not to eat from people when you upload your video? You know how many people are gonna click on that? Why would I eat at other people's house? Why would I not eat with other people? And that's the information that you can put on your channel. But you're gonna try so many different information. Not just gonna start with one type of. You're gonna start with so much information until it clicks into something that you feel that you know is getting the clicks and the views. That's it. Thank you so much, Tony. I appreciate you calling in. I'm gonna have to click over. God bless you, and tell your grandmother I said happy birthday.
I will. Thank you, and happy birthday, belated birthday to Crazy LB.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. You have a good night and a good week, and hope to talk to you again soon.
No problem. Peace. Hey, Ella B, how you doing? Hi.
Hello?
Yes, hi. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
I am Suzette Thomas. I'm calling from Florida, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Okay. Tell us what's on your mind, Suzette.
Hi, sweetheart. I want to talk about Jada and that little boy.
Okay, go ahead, girl.
I can't even call him Alsina. I can't pronounce his name because I think this is crazy. It so happened me and Jada is the same age. You know? And there's a lot of time young guys like that want to date me, and I would never date them.
Amen.
Because just like talking to them, worse, that little boy have all kind of issues. His mother was a headache. His father died. Something. He had so much issues.
Yes.
And he has these health problems. He has so much issue. You know those little boys, they just want a hype. They just want a hype. A woman like me start dating those little boys, they can't angle it. They're gonna run back to their little friends and tell their little friends, oh, you know that I'm dating her and we have sex and it was this and it was that. Because it starts messing with his head. He has never had something like this. Worse, Jada is in the public. She has been a celebrity for years.
Amen.
Everybody know her. You understand? She was with Tupac.
Amen.
You understand? He can say, I'm one of the guys like with Tupac. A lot of people read Tupac. You understand? Even although Tupac died, people read Tupac still. And now she's with Will that people love from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Will have serious money. You understand? I don't know if you ever hear about this, that he's pussy whip. Yes, that's what he is.
He's beyond that because it's going on too many years. It's beyond that.
Yeah, but you remember when he was talking to he said, I don't, if I die tomorrow, I don't think I could love anybody. I was like saying, oh my God, this guy, Jada have this guy head all messed up. All messed up. I don't know how she could do this. Worse, you're a grown-ass woman. Your son introduced this little boy to you. You understand? Be a mother figure to him. Show him the right way. Don't sleep with him.
No.
Don't sleep with him. Remember, one time they were saying that Jada was sleeping with Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband? It was a big thing. That when they do this show together, everybody was saying, they were together.
I know what you're talking.
She come out and say, no, it wasn't that. But I don't think Jada will really have a marriage. I think they have a partnership, as what he said. but no matter what, they're not going to leave each other. You understand? Because they're a brand that go together. And right now, after all our black women and black men, most of our black men that are famous is married into white women. So just have a black man and a black woman together. I don't care what their life is, but I just don't like that she sleep with this little boy. Because you have kids the same age. Come on, Jada, let Willow sleep with this little boy, not you. It just
I know, right?
doesn't sit right to me. It just doesn't sit right. And she said she's bringing herself to the table. I don't want her to bring herself to the table.
You don't?
I want Oprah or somebody to interview her to ask her the real good questions. You understand me? I want Will Bear. I want the little Alsina dear, whatever his name is. I want Jaden Bear. You understand? Just don't bring yourself to the table and you come with you, your mom, and Willow. I don't want to hear from you and your mom and Willow. I need somebody to be there to ask you the serious question. And I want the little boy there too, the 27-year-old little boy, Alsina, whatever his name, there too. You can't bring yourself to the table by yourself.
I know, but you know what, Joe Biden.
You're gonna adjust something. We need to hear the whole thing.
Amen.
Yeah, I was watching MSNBC today, and they were saying who won the week. You understand? And the news who won the week, and that's on Joy program, but she wasn't there today. It was another lady that was filling in for him, and that was the topic. Who won the week? Jada. That was the topic on the news that won the week on MSNBC. And I said, oh my God, Jada let Will out here looking like idiot. If she was sleeping with somebody that is more mature and has a certain stature,
Facts.
It wouldn't look that bad.
And just that
it wouldn't look bad.
We know he has problems. That's just like a woman that would come up and say that I've been molested, I've been abused. You know, my mother made fun of me when I was molested. I've been addicted to drugs, this and that. I grew up in poverty. And a woman said that about Will Smith. Everybody would be like, what?
Yeah, because listen, there was a guy that living over where I'm living right now. I didn't know that he was that young. You understand me? And he always, you understand, say hello to me and whatever. So one time he saw me in the supermarket buying some stuff, and he said to me, "Oh, you're Jamaican?" I said, "Yes, I am." And he said, "Oh, you're gonna cook curry chicken?" And I said, "How do you know that's what I'm gonna cook?" And he said, "By the stuff you're buying." And he said, "Can I get some when you finish?" So I said, "Oh, no problem." I said, "But I don't have your number." And he gave me his number and said I must call him when I'm finished. So I called him when I'm finished, and he come and he pick up the food. Then this little boy start calling me all type of hours a night. Yeah, all sort of hours a night he's calling me. I have to tell him. I asked him, "How old are you?" And he said, "Oh, he's 25. I said, "Listen, don't you ever call back my phone. I could be your mom. Don't you ever call back my phone." And he has issues. He first, when he just started calling me, I just thought he needs somebody to talk to about kids, because he has issues with his baby mother, his mom, his sister. He have all kind of issues.
Amen.
So I said, you start. It's like ripping a Band-Aid off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
Those people, they're unstable. It's like ripping a Band-Aid off of a sore. He's unstable. You can't
mess with anybody like that. You can't mess with anybody like that with your prestigious career, your prestigious husband career. You can't.
You know, people is gonna, even any job you're gonna do now, people is gonna look at you sideways. It doesn't matter if you want to bring yourself to the red table. People is still gonna look at you sideways, because all of us believe that it's true. I can't tell one person that don't believe that is not true. I believe it. I do believe it. It's just the fact that he come out as a little boy, as the little boy he is, and tell his business on national TV. He's a little boy. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's just like you taking somebody.
He's a sick little boy.
He might have a little bit of money and a little bit of prestige, and he had a stinking career. But if you take that and then you introduce him to the heirs and the lifestyle of Will and Jada and their mansion that is like a compound, and then they can do any and everything. They can call shots on whatever, and then you get on, and then Jada. And then Alsina gets on Red Table Talk. I don't know if he was her first interview, do millions and millions, and like that's an heir that he's never seen. That's power. And then these people love him and care for him, but it wasn't that way, and he got lost in transition. Anybody else would have been like, yo, this is a lick, I need to get my money, I need to do this, I need to catapult off the situation, and I need to make what I can make out of this situation. But AugustAlsina wasn't that. He had issues. He really believed each and everything, and he got hooked. And you being an older adult and knowing the situation, just talking to him, you would know that I can change this man's life. I can turn him completely out, just like a man could say about a woman when he turns her out. So that's the crazy situation. Are you still there? I think I lost Miss Florida. Are you still there? Did I lose you?
Yeah.
I think you're going in and out. Yeah, the conversation is going in and out. But thank you so much for calling in. I really do appreciate your insight. So that is the situation, baby. I was like, So do we have any more callers? Do we have any more takers about all the situation that has been going on? JadaPinkett is going to handle this situation, and I believe that Jada is talking to a lot of representatives. She's talking to a lot of people that represent her and a lot of management, and how to use this press situation and the situation with AugustAlsina. So we will see how she combats this situation, how she addresses the situation. Please tell me your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, my name is Savannah. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I was listening to everyone talk about August and Jada.
Yes.
Yes, and I read something back here. When Jada got pregnant, she cried because she did not want to get married. And, there's been a lot of slander going on about Jada and Will throughout the years. And I think, what I come up with, my theory is this. I don't think that Jada really wants to be married. I think it's Will, because he said that he really don't believe in divorce and everything. And maybe the fact that she got married, too young, had a baby too young, and August, a fantasy became reality.
Amen.
It happens. It happens. I always say Hollywood is a pimp, and the young people that come there are prostitutes. So maybe it was just her living out her fantasy. And sometimes when a woman get older, she starts getting older, she don't mind a little spice connected to her name, as long as it keep her relevant. And August, right now, he has Jada relevant. Everybody's talking about her right now. And you know guys, how guys are. Guys can sleep with whoever and they'll talk about it and everything, and no one ever say anything unless the name is connected to a big celebrity. And you know, I know the guys right now are probably saying that, oh yeah, she gave it up, she gave it up, she gave it up, she slept with Tupac. You know? So you just never know. You just never know. And the question is that she slept with this young man. What is going on with Will? You know, Will, can he not hold up in bed like he's supposed to? If he's not breaking her back like her back is supposed to be broken.
Maybe they're breaking other people's backs and then they break each other's backs together.
Maybe. You never know.
Never know.
You gotta look at one thing too. August is a very nice looking man. He's very nice looking. And in one scenario, he's handsome, and in another scenario, he's pretty. So that right there could satisfy Will and Jada. Both the pretty side for Will, the handsome side for Jada. So you never know.
Exactly. Yeah. I mentioned that too. I don't know if he could have been involved with both. Will gave him permission. That Will want permission to, see what AugustAlsina was all about, or whatever the case may be, because there have been rumors about, Will Smith being bisexual. There's been rumors about Jada Smith being bisexual.
Yeah, because, that happened in Hollywood a lot. You have a lot of DL men in Hollywood that does that, but I think with August, he fell in love with Jada. And not so much as with Will, he fell in love with Jada. And, he's telling everything, but I think if she bring him to, like, the red table, she know he love her. She know that he love her. But the fact is, when he gets to that red table, how much in love with her is he? Is he willing to just tell the whole story? Or is he going to recant his story?
That's what people are wondering.
But you know what? It could be him getting back at Will. Just look at it. Because sometimes when a person sleeps with couples, they fall in love with one, and the one that they really love, they try to get back at the one that they really love by hurting the other person.
Exactly.
Maybe it's a shot at Will.
Most likely it is a shot at Will, because he said, I had a conversation with Will. I sat down, I talked to Will man to man. So basically, I told Will that I wanted his wife, and I was doing his wife, and he gave me the permission, and he was okay with it. That's what he said. So you could have, your point could be very well taken to be truth, baby.
Yeah, look at that. Look what you just said. He went and told Will, I want to sleep with your wife. So maybe he was sleeping with Will and everything, and he probably said, hey, you good all in all, but I want a good piece of Jada.
That could be a possibility, but AugustAlsina saying that he got permission from Will, and the reason why he said he got permission from Will, because he felt like people were coming after him and saying that he's a troublemaker, he interfered in their marriage, and he is also a problem child, and then on top of that he's interfering and he's trying to destroy their marriage by being the third will. So basically he came on and said, I got permission, I didn't do anything behind anybody's back, it was okay for me to have the situation with Jada. And so basically maybe he felt like Jada not admitting that she was involved with him as a situation, and she's not admitting it because of Will. And he's saying, Will, how can you even have any type of, how can you feel any type of way about me when you gave me permission? I sat down to you like a man.
Yeah, because if she admits that Will said, okay, you can sleep with my wife, can you imagine how that would destroy them? you know, in our eyes, if the truth come out that Will gave his man permission to sleep with his wife, can you imagine how that would make them look as a couple?
Yeah, so they would never admit to that. That's not going to happen. I believe Jada is going to omit to, you know, we had a physical connection. You know, I was like his mother, Blase the third. I don't think that they would, if she did actually have a relationship with August, she's not going to say that because that would destroy their brand.
It will destroy them because you look at what she did with Joy, Wood, and Chloe. Okay, Eric, someone wrote on your page tonight. They, you know, she always taking people to the red table. Now it's her turn to go to the red table, and I think that her son needs to be there. I don't know as much as her daughter needs to be there, but I think someone else needs to do the interviews that can really ask those hard questions. Somebody needs to be there that can really ask the good.
Like, were you attracted to AugustAlsina? What did you find inspiration about AugustAlsina? What made you want to counsel AugustAlsina? And certain questions will tell you how a person really feels, but I don't think they're gonna have anybody ask them type of question. You know.
But you know, if they open this up live to the viewers and let the viewers ask the questions, you know, social media can ask all the hard questions. So I think that they should open the camera up to the viewers and let us do the asking. You know, take at least 100 questions. You can't choose what you take. You know, wherever people ask, you know, people gonna ask that, but let it be so where there's dignity and diplomacy in it. You know, no one want to know, well, how big is his penis or anything like that. But I think they need to open the panel up to the people. I really do. Because the mom is not going to ask the right questions. The child is not going to ask them. I think that they should really open it up to us to let us ask those questions. And not sit there and try to prep him behind our back. I really do believe that it needs, and who would be better to ask those questions if they do choose to ask it would be Wendy Williams. You know, Wendy, she will ask she will get those hard answers for her. And if they open up to us, it'll be as good. If they let Wendy do it, it'll be good as well.
You know what? You just killed me with that. Wendy Williams. Have my girl Wendy Williams, Queen of Media, ask the queen that is, you know, been in the, you know, just been over decades. Jada Smith been relevant, and Will Smith too as well. Have Wendy Williams come back, interview, be on a Red Table Talk. JadaPinkett come back, Red Table Talk. Wendy Williams come back to TV, you know, asking JadaPinkett them questions. That would be great.
Yeah, you know,
I can't even deny it.
Yeah, Wendy would be awesome to do that and everything, because I think there's more to this story, and I think there's really more to this story than we think and everything. And I think a lie detector test would be really good as well, because, you know, celebrities, they lie a lot. They lie a whole lot. And with something this big, it need a lie detector test. It really do need it. It's very well needed, because I think Jada, right now, they're very quiet. Will is very quiet.
Well, Will is shooting for movies. Will is doing all types of different things. Like, he is not even at home. But I know one thing, if Will Smith and JadaPinkett Smith do have open marriage like they say they do have, Will Smith has been doing his thing, but the people that he got involved with never tried to expose them. And I know there got to be some type of, you know, quarrel, some type of, you know, disagreement going on with Will Smith and Jada, because she picked AugustAlsina allegedly to be in this, you know, intimate relationship, and now he's out here singing, and he's been singing, and it's a problem because Will's probably like, I've been handling my business, you ain't handling yours correctly.
Yeah, because it's just like Candy Bird. I don't mean to bring them up, but it's just like Candy Bird and Todd. We know that they have threesome because she's admitted to it. But the thing is, why no one has said anything? No, we don't know who these people are that they paying to sleep with them or anything. They signing all these NDAs where you can't say anything, or we're gonna pay you so much money and you can't say anything. And I really think that people need to start blowing these people out of the water and tell it, because we want to know. Just tell it and get it over with. They talk about the bloggers on YouTube, how the bloggers are so nosy, they're in your business and this and that. They're doing the job that we can't do. You all get good commentary.
So what do you think Candy Barris is doing, sweetheart? What do you think she's doing?
You know what? And I'm gonna say this. I think that Candy Barris is really gay.
Ooh, I heard that before.
I think that she's gay and she's deflecting it with Todd, because you look at Todd. Todd is not a very attractive man.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
He's short in stature, and he's just not a good-looking man. You look at the guy, Block that she dated, the other guy, and I really do believe that Candy is gay. I really do, and I'm going to say this. I do believe that Candy and Phaedra had something going on. I really do. I really do. I think they dabble a little bit and everything. So, I don't know. I think that Candy is really gay, and Todd is just a distraction and everything, because she's never there with him. She really doesn't show much affection for him. He really doesn't show anything for her. And everything is just like he's a built-in mom and dad and everything. And it's just, there's no affection there. There's nothing there. I don't even see them as a couple.
I never heard that before.
You never heard that she might be gay?
No, I heard that before, but that she actually had a relationship with, intimate relationship with Phaedra Parks. I never heard that before. This is the first time for everything.
The anger. Now, you know what? Okay, let me say this. Okay, if what someone said about you hurt you so bad, about, what was that thing, the sex dungeon? If the sex dungeon hurt you so bad and damaged your brand, could have damaged your brand, why did you take the sex dungeon to the stage?
I think she was trying to, in my opinion, I'm just saying my opinion, what I heard, that she was trying to capitalize off the situation because it was negative and everybody was talking about it, and it was a it factor. So why not take that situation and make money off of it? And plus, it's not true. But I understand exactly what you're coming from.
Yeah, if something is damaging your brand and everything, why would you take advantage of something that's damaging your brand? Because now you're connecting yourself to that.
Because what happens is a lot of people that are famous or in the entertainment world, when there's something negative about them, now that they try to do, they make slogans, or, basically they come out with basically things like, if you say, oh, I'm dirty, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm this and that, or I'm broke, they will come out with saying basically to make money for their profit and basically try to make you look bad and shame you. So Phaedra Parks tried to bring me down with the sex dungeon, said I was trying to drug Portia, but you know what? That ain't true. You off the show, and now I'm going to create money and make money off the situation to basically throw it in their face. And a lot of entertainers have been doing such as.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Phaedra went too far when she said rape and drugs, because Candy, she don't even drink or anything. She went too far. Now, she has just left it as, oh, they want to take you to the sex dungeon. Okay. But when you put rape and drugs in there, that's a whole new level.
That's a whole new level.
That's a whole new level. And I think Phaedra right now is, instead of damaging Candy, she damaged her own brand. She's damaging her own brand because
Hold on for a second. I'm sorry. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Hello?
Hello?
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I had this. I guess I didn't. Okay, keep going.
And then I heard you talk about Kanye West.
Yeah,
And
Kanye West is running for president.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
you know, everybody saying Kanye is crazy, but crazy people don't make $3 billion. You know what I'm saying? His net worth is $3 billion. Crazy people don't make $3 billion. And the stuff with Kim making the sex tape, that is old news now because everybody is making sex tapes right now. Everybody in Hollywood is making sex tapes. I mean, you can Google anybody's name now. Sex tapes are out there. So you can't hold that against her right there, that she made a sex tape. Because everybody is making sex tapes. I guarantee you dig hard enough, you may find one on Jay-Z and Beyonce and everything. You may find one on whoever. But if Kanye runs for president, look, we have no black person strong enough or fearless enough to run for president. You know, we talk and say, oh, Donald Trump is this, Donald Trump is that. We all know Donald Trump is kind of loopy. But we have no African-American person that's willing to get up there and take the bullets for us.
I don't think it's the bullets. I don't think it's the bullets. I think it's the money. And Kanye has the money, and Kim Kardashian has the money, and they have so many different followers too as well. But Kanye West, you know, just because he's black, that don't mean he for us. Because when they wanted to kill us, when they wanted to, you know, kidnap us or stop us at the Underground Railroad, or basically give us medical injection or shots and things like that, who did they use to send to our community? Black people as a disguise of what the white man really want for us. So, you know.
That's true. That's because see, we don't build our community up enough. You know, we do not fight hard enough for our own. We're always the ones who, you look at social media. Okay, look at social media. Social media is 99% talking about our race. You know what I'm saying? They capitalize on talking about our race.
Like DJ Vlad is one of them, and everybody else is one of them. But when we do it, we can't do it. We're censored, we're demonetized, or we're rushed out. I'm talking about foundational black people. I'm talking about ADOS. When we talk about our issues, it's like we don't have a voice, but anybody else besides us has a voice in the media, you know?
And I think that the bloggers talk about us because, not to hurt us, but to let us know we have more to offer. We have more to offer than what we're offering. And it's just like Kanye. I do believe Kanye is a good person, and I can't say that he'll make a good president because I don't know him politically like that. I don't know him like that. I know him per se off television, off the internet, and stuff like this. But I'm going to say this. If Jay-Z wanted to run for president, do you know how many people would be behind him? Why? Why do you think? Because everybody likes Jay-Z. And they'll forget what he did with the NFL and everything. So, you know.
But what Kanye West did instead, and how he went against his mother organization, he didn't want to fund it. And so much stuff that Kanye West did that seems very anti-black. Even though he has said it's not anti-black, that's why black people is not going to be behind him. But there might be a whole lot of black people behind him because they have millions and millions of people following them. But Kanye West has said a lot of anti-black things. His wife and his sister's wife have made money off of Biggie Smalls, have made money off of Tupac, making t-shirts and making it like $150, you know, $200, they made so many, you know, so much fugazi businesses off of regular people like me and you, and stealing their ideas, and again Kanye West, you know, reiterating, you know, anti-blackness, and then only being called to the carpet to kind of take that back. And then also suffering from mental issues. Like Kanye West is not the same. Kanye West didn't look normal. Kanye West doesn't talk normal. You know what I mean? You can't have someone that we can see with anybody with a fucking clear mind and brain that this dude is crazy. Oh yes, he made good music. Keep doing that shit, but you can't run the country, baby.
Yeah, because, you know, he said one time he was addicted to opioids.
Yes, he did.
That's the thing.
He had a tummy tuck. He had a tummy tuck because people was calling him fat. He was addicted to opioids. And then on top of that, like, yes, he did sign a bad deal when it comes to Jay-Z. Yes, when his mother died, he didn't change. Yes, he was the first person to come out to say Bush hate black people, but he took all that shit back once, you know, Obama disrespected him, so he has a beef with Obama too as well. And that's why he sided with, you know, Donald Trump too as well. And then his wife is working with Donald Trump, freeing people. But Kanye West as president, hell motherfucking no, because he ain't right in his mind. And I don't know if he knows who he is. You know, maybe his father can help him. And, you know, Ella B, I don't know if he filled out the paperwork. Some people say they're not sure if he filled out the paperwork or not, but it's still not closed. So Kanye West can still put his name on an independent ballot, basically as, you know, a write-in name. So he can still do that, you know. So I don't know if it's for show.
I don't know if he'll make a good president because, like I said, politically, I don't know him like that. I only know him through his music, and it's kind of weird and everything, and I don't know, but, you know, my thing is that, you know, as African American people, we need to start grooming each other.
Amen.
Grooming our kids.
Amen.
You know, grooming our husbands.
Amen.
And, you know, and so they could grow up. And,
Amen.
You know, they could run for president. They can have all the attributes that's needed to be qualified to run for president. Because, you know, it's not about color. It's not about black or white. To me, it's about the person that's doing the job. That's going to get the job done and be fair on each side.
First of all, you know what? Much love to you. I'm going to have to say something that probably is not agreeing. I don't give a F about being fair. It's finally, black people need to get what they need. Black people need to be recognized. They need to be recognized as human beings in the Constitution.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
I said whoever get in there, whether it's black or white, they need to be fair on each side, not just give this to all the white people. Right now, we need to be in line first. Black people need to be in line first because we are the one that built this country, structured this country, invented so many things that make this country pleasurable for so many other people. So therefore, whoever I'm gonna vote for is going to be black people is next. You know that song Next in Line? I'm next in line for a miracle. I'm next in line for a blessing. That is black people. Yeah, because we need to get what's coming to us. You look at who do you think got the biggest hit with this economy like it is? African American people. Yes. We got the hit. We got the worst hit and everything because you got black people that have not gotten their unemployment. And, you know, I hear people say, well, they're giving $600 a week added on to your unemployment. Then they giving out food stamps. They doing this, they doing that. Hey, they feel like they can buy us. They feel like if they give us a few stamps, if they give you a little more unemployment, that maybe you'll let them stay in there 4 more years and this and that. But hey, the $1,200 they gave out to black people, that was not even enough to pay a mortgage and a utility bill.
Amen.
It was not enough to pay your car note and everything. That was just, we have to start thinking a little deeper and working just a little harder than what we're doing. We have to come together. We have to come up with the ultimate plan. We have to start backing each other. Black businesses, we need to invest.
I have said in previous videos and over is that we have the intelligence, we have the knowledge, the wisdom, All we need is support, because there are kids in our community that are graduating from colleges, kids that are political leaders, and the kids that are leading a lot of these protests and a lot of different things have graduated from college, understand the knowledge and the wisdom of things. We have to invest in our young people to be running for office, or people that are in their middle age that's already been out here. Invest in them, because we need to put our politicians and people that we want to have our agenda in office. We're not going to get a Kanye West that we want with our agenda. We're not going to get a Donald Trump with our agenda. We're not going to get a Joe Biden with our agenda. We need to put people in office and put our money behind it so we can run, because guarantee you, whatever we do and whatever we say, people will follow. Because with the protests, with the uplifting, what happens is so many people were so happy that black people just took to the streets and just did what they had to do, and everybody followed. People wanted the leader, and the leader is the black people. Black people has always been a leader. They built this country. They was here before civilization begun as black people, and what is last shall be first. So we need to be first. Amen.
We do. We really need to be first, because if you look in the poor communities, all you see in poor communities is what? You see the dollar store, you see Walmart, and you see McDonald's or Burger King. But you go into the white part, you go into the better neighborhoods and everything, you're not going to see McDonald's or Burger King. I call Burger King. I live in a very nice neighborhood, and we saw a McDonald's. It was so beautiful. It was like a big house, like a big old 6,000 square feet house. It was so beautiful up in there. And I told my husband, I said, you know what? When you go into the inner city, you see the trash still on the street. You see garbage and everything. The governors, the mayors, or the Senate is not doing their job for us. They're not doing their job for us. And that's why I said, black people, we need to think smarter. We need to think smarter than what we're doing. We put so much money into hair weave and the hair and everything. Don't you know we can take over that market if we want to? But there's very, very few African American people that are in the hair business.
No, actually, hold on 1 second. There's a lot of African American women and men in the hair business, but where they get their hair from, and they don't have factories and companies to produce it, but certain people do, like Portia Williams and other people. But the Asian community, the Indian community has been keeping black people out of that community, and this has been going on since 2007, where I watch videos, I watch African American women try to start and have started hairlines and hair products with selling different weave that is natural to your hair, and they've been blocked out the business. They've been berated, their stores have been burnt down, and they've been ostracized too as well, where they can't get the hair like other people. But at this time in nature, we have too much money, too much businesses, where people that do have the money can invest in somebody, and the people that don't have the money, they can put their businesses out too, like they have been. Like when I search for hair extensions, when I search for anything for hair, the first thing I go and I look for black businesses all day, every day. I stop even going to 10-15 years. I stopped going to anybody that don't sell hair that's not black. 15 years. And sometimes I travel 3 to 4 miles to get to a hair store that is black, but they've been ostracized and cut out the business for so many years and tried to take the message away from them. And there's been plenty of black women and businesses that have been on the internet and YouTube before it got big as it is, talking about how they tried to cut them out of the business and close the business to black people, when it's black people that is buying hair. So I don't even buy the, I don't even have, I don't think I have as
But how many black people do you know own hair factories?
I only know one.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing that I'm saying. They will not let us dabble in that business. My daughter sells hair, and I'll never forget when she ordered her hair from her vendor, and she was selling hair from her home. And I told her, I said, why are you selling hair from your home? Why don't you find out where you can get the hair from so you can open up a factory? and everything. She said, Mama, I've tried that.
They blocked the black people. I swear to God they did. But it's a new year now. It's a new time. It's 2020.
It's a new day.
You can't block us no more. We can get the factories now.
I look at Kenya Moore when she's bragging. She said, well, my hair is going to be at Sally's. I don't even go in Sally's. Sally's is owned by a white woman. I don't go in Sally's. They don't even have products really for African American people. So you're bragging about Sally's has your hair product. Why your hair product is not in a black-owned business? That's what I don't understand. We will take money from anybody just to say that we're making it. We got to do it for ourselves. And you know, these reality shows, they give these reality shows to African American people and let them act a fool on television and make money, and they sit back and laugh about it and get rich. They'll let you make a few million. They might let you make 20 million or 30 million, but you will never become a billionaire. Look at Mariah Huck. Look at her. She created that show, Maryjanetv.
Amen.
And look what they did. They cut her out the whole thing. Mm-hmm. The whole thing. She can't even go to the table. Can you look at that and look at how many black people are supporting her? They laughing at her on social media. You look at Nene Leakes. Nene Leakes, she created Atlanta Housewives. She took that to them. But what she did wrong when she did not trademark that. She should have trademarked that. And Bravo is making all the money. Yeah, they let her make like $13 or $14 million. But look at them now. They're trying to blackball her out the business. Out of the business. And you have black women that's coming against this black woman, trying to tear her down instead of getting together and uniting and taking over. Taking over. They could take over.
And help, and help, Mariah, because if they haven't done that to any other show, but they do it to the Black Women show because they think they have the power to control, and then we ain't nobody. We ain't nobody in the Constitution. We ain't nobody, and so that's why they can take her out. We don't know the inside details of what possibly happened or what the contract entails, but one thing we do know is she's the originator and the starter of the show, and now they're gonna cut her out and make that money and not even give her a contract, and she don't have a voice. That shit ain't right.
And see, the reason that I never respect Quad, because Quad said out of her own mouth, oh, Mariah, it's not cocaine. When that came out, we gonna cut her out. We gonna get rid of her. We gonna get rid of her because, as you know, when Quad said that, everything turned bad for Mariah. Quad ruined that woman's reputation. She ruined it. She ruined it because of the fact that Quad care about nobody but Quad. And as African American people, I'm going to say this again. We need to get together. We need to join together. This thing is so big. It's so bigger than us. But you know what? We can make it 100% about us. If we get together and stand together and get our heads together and say, you know what? We're not just going to talk about taking over. We're going to take over. We can take over the White House, the house that we built, that our ancestors built. We could take over. We could take over. Every 4 years, it could be an African-American president. If we want it like that. Stop voting for all these white people getting up in there, because you know what? They'll kiss your babies, they'll come to your church and everything. But when they get that, when they get that approval president, they forget about us. Hillary Clinton was not for us. Just because she carried a hot sauce in her purse and everything, and she said she eat black-eyed peas, she was not for us. She was not for us. We gotta do better than what we're doing. We have got to do better than what we're doing. What? It's on the cabinet by the case. They ain't on that. Yeah. And they can't have on that. And we have got to do better than what we're doing. We got to do better. We got to let our sons know that they're kings, our daughters know that they're queens, and there's a certain role that they have to walk, and a certain talk that they have to talk. And that's it. But Mary Jane, I've enjoyed your show so much tonight. And I'm going to let you go. And like I always say, when I come through, call in, because this is a great commentary. And it is for the people. It is for the people, by the people, by an African-American woman. And she needs everyone to call in and support her channel. Now, you be blessed tonight.
Thank you. God bless you. Much love.
Much love.
Bye-bye. Any more calls tonight? So yeah, we gotta, talk about Mariah. Mariah basically got left all in the dark with her situation with her show that she did start, and they're basically trying to, take over that situation and dismantle, put her out. And yes, she is thinking about suing. I don't know if she's gonna sue. So, if she's thinking about suing and saying that she has been cut out of her own profit in her own show, then we have Nene Leakes talking about suing too as well, hiring, Lisa Bloom. So there is a problem. We may not like certain characters on these, on reality TV shows, but when they are treated unjustly and there's race involved, that's when we have to say whether we're going to watch or whether we're not. And we're going to see how this Mariah, her situation play out, because we don't know the intimate details, but I'm pretty sure that they will be leaked. And, Mariah, she started that show, and they're going to try to act like she didn't dismiss her. She's the first black woman to start a show on Bravo TV. Basically, she was the first one to create a show with Bravo TV. She brought the idea, she brought everything else when it comes to, Married to Medicine, and now she's being cut out. And then the other shows that are not involved Married to Medicine, that does not revolved, Mariah, them shows have failed. Any addition to Married to Medicine has failed. And, I wouldn't say that the LA version failed. And I'm going to actually watch it, but I don't know. I just found so much better things to do than to watch the show, so that's why I haven't watched it. But I'm going to watch Married to Medicine LA to find out why Imani and her husband's getting a divorce, the reality TV star, and what's going on with that situation, and see what happens, But it's not really that interesting. I don't know why. It's not even a drama. I don't think that the lives of the wives are open like the lives of the wife that was open to, Married to Medicine Atlanta. And we just got to get to know the characters. But I'm going to watch and probably do a whole season review on the show. And I'll probably do that live too as well. Because I haven't watched the show. I watched like maybe 3 episodes. And I did cover, like 1 episode or whatever. But it's just like, I don't know. It wasn't interesting. I can't help. Corona was on. Protest was going on. So, it really didn't. And the fear of Corona, the fear of, getting the things that you need and things like that, and not knowing what's going to take you, whether you're going to be infected, somebody you love is going to be infected, and then having, Married to Medicine LA when you didn't really know the women, you didn't really understand the women. So it was easy to skip that season. I did watch season 1, and I watched 2 episodes of season 2, so I will watch more. But yeah, they're trying to cut Mariah out, baby. Yes, Imani is the shit. Libra, oh, that Mariah, thick girl 40. I'm not missing anything, Mary Jane. Well, I missed it. Dr. Money also has a podcast. Rashida, Libra, Real Housewives of Atomic, though. I'm going to watch that one. I've always watched Real Housewives of Atomic, but the drama that they be having popping off when it comes to, Monique, and when it comes to, Candace. Like, okay, I cover that so much that I don't even give a F about Candace and Monique. Once they show the fight about Candace and Monique and how that situation went down, it's not even going to be relevant because it was just, like, in our face for so long. So, and I guess the other situation is when it comes to, Potomac is, the pastor. Does him and homegirl have a relationship, or are they just doing it for TV? Don't bother. The ATL ladies left. I stopped watching. It's boring as fuck. They have drama. LA is good. Yeah, I haven't watched LA. Maybe it is good, but I haven't watched. I only watched 2 episodes. The 2 episodes I did watch was good because the last episode I watched where it was, Dr. Heavenly going in with one of the new doctors on the show, basically talking about her Asian husband having a small penis, and then that doctor showing her belly and everything else like that. Then from there, I just stopped watching because Corona hit. So much was going on. And what's her name from Potomac? Her husband used to support Kanye West, and he took his support back from Kanye West. He took his support. He was like, I'm taking my support. Giselle Bryant, her ex-husband, took his support away from, Kanye West because he felt like Kanye West was using him. And then a situation where her husband, whether he was cheating or had a baby on the side, which were, no rumors or whatever. So I guess that would be interesting. I guess, I don't know what else we can do with Karen. I don't know what else we can do with Robin. I guess Monique Samuels fighting with Candace. I guess that's interesting. I don't know. And then they have a new housewife too as well. She is a doctor. And she's been speaking her mind to Wendy. I don't know. I love Kenya Brittany. Kids have Money bald head and slick. Amani's bald head is beautiful. I'll give you that. Her bald head is beautiful. I don't know what's going on with her husband. I used to be in a singing group, but he's out here. He done moved from state to state. He was like, bitch, I can't be with you. And she was like, dude, I can't be with you. So basically they might be, in the situation of a divorce. Who knows? I have to watch. But the finale for Married to Medicine. This is how boring the show is. Only the episode. I'm gonna watch from season. I'm gonna watch from episode 3 to the end. And I'm just gonna we're gonna go live and talk about it. That's it. I'm not gonna do like nothing else. We're gonna go live, talk about everything. Whatever I don't remember, you guys will remember. Whatever you guys like and don't like, you guys will remember. But I just couldn't watch it this season. Like, I don't think it was a boring show. It just didn't catch me. I don't know. There's so much going on. Like, you had the coronavirus going on. You had, so much shit happening that show did not stick out. I don't know if they didn't do the right promotion, but it just didn't stick out at all, in my opinion, for me. And that's why I didn't review it, because I reviewed season 1. I just didn't review season 2. So we'll put that whole season in one video and we'll talk about it. Excuse me. Imani is my favorite. Imani is beautiful. I don't know what's going on with her husband. Her kids are beautiful too as well. But I wonder what happened to Imani's sister. Did they show Imani's sister? Because they show her in season 1 and them trying to have a relationship. So did Imani's sister come through? I know Imani's sister with the divorce. I know Jasmine and Imani was beefing. I know Jasmine went on to, Dr. Heavenly's website and talked shit and was wilding out about, Imani. And then we turn around, whatever her name is, she sold her property and shit like that. So it was like a crazy situation. So I don't know what happened with that situation. Like, she was beefing with the young girl, whatever her name was, Jules, whatever the case may be. Imani was kind of like beefing with her, but Imani just said a statement about his crib being like a drug dealer house from the 1980s. She took it to effect where, like, you dissing a black man. And then whatever her name is, I don't know if her name is Jules anymore. I don't know what her name is. She went off on that situation. But I remember season 1, she had some colorist issues. So it was like a whole situation. Thank you so much, Norris Tony. I appreciate that. Yep. So we're gonna call in tonight. We don't talk. I got everything out. I be making my titles and shit for all the stuff we're gonna talk about. Sometimes I forget about all the stuff because we get deep and tuned to something else. But you guys always bring me back to reality and make sure. Thank you, Tony, Norris Tony, Crazy LB. You know, coming through, making sure I cover every subject too as well. Thank you, Thick Girl 40. Appreciate you coming through. Tony Norris, thank you. Libra, Rashida Libra, thank you for coming through. Thank you for calling. I appreciate that. Crazy LB, thank you for calling. Norris Tony, thank you for calling. Please check out Norris Tony's channel too as well. Thank you guys for coming through. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, my peace, my peoples. Thank everybody in the bushes. Brandy, thank you for coming through. Thank you for your support too as well. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, my peace, my peoples. Peace Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, to the top, to the top, baby. We're going to bring others with us. That is what it is. And, thank you, Ella B, for coming through. I really do appreciate you for coming through. Thank you, Chef Disaster, for coming through. Please check out his YouTube channel. Thank you, watching the T-Spill. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I do appreciate all of you guys coming through and just, calling, telling me your thoughts on the situation. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, and I don't take it for granted. It's all good. One love to all my peeps and my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're all going to be blessed. We're all going to the top. No matter what career that we choose and we decide to be in, but we're going to be protected, baby. We got that prosperity, that healing, that wealth coming through all day, every day. All day, every day. Black, bold, and beautiful. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate that. Charlie Baltimore, thank you for coming through. Kanye West. He's not too late. Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all. Watch over your children. Watch over your family. Watch over your nieces, your nephews, your grandmother, your auntie. Watch over your neighbors, your people. Watch your back. Watch your front. Because there's a lot of things that's going on that are against us and for us. So you got to be prepared each and every time you go into public, that you watch yourself, you protect yourself, because you don't know what type of situation that you're going to be in regardless. So make sure you send that message to all your kids, all your nieces, your nephews, your uncles, your auntie, your grandmothers, your great-grandfathers, your father. Send that message to be prepared when they go out. They might be going to the same neighborhood they've been going to for the last 20, 30 years. But it might be a different situation with a cashier, with people in the store. So let them know to be protected and be aware, have their phones on, and have the information down that they need to, because we don't know what we might encounter in public. Because as you see with the Karen videos, as you see black women being attacked, as I'm working at the hotel as being receptionist, black women attacked at work, black men attacked. There's so many different things going on with our people where they're catching them off guard. So please be aware of what type of atmosphere that we are living in 2022 as well. It's powerful, it's peaceful, and it's for change, but there are still people fighting against that. So you got to be prepared that people will come after you just because of the color of your skin and what you look like and your beliefs. And they don't even have to know your beliefs, just the color of your skin. So be prepared when you go out in public, and please make sure that your family is aware too as well. Much love to all my peeps and my peoples. Stay up, stay woke,